So I'm gonna follow this. So we'll do something here,
Yep.
and then the Coach Schmidt.
Okay.
We'll do like keys and stuff down there, and then we'll come back, and then
We'll
I'll
have
be,
about a few minutes.
yeah, yeah. I'll kind of
Maybe
keep.
do keys there.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't want to. And if it doesn't happen, no biggie.
yeah.
Okay. But
I'm trying to figure out
there, aren't you? Getting pretty close, aren't you?
why. Yeah. And they're about to start the stream here.
He's ready for you to do pot him up audio-wise.
Okay. He is in
I'm gonna
3.
look at us. I'll give you a
Test
second
one.
if you can hear you or not.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Yes? Okay. Had to figure out which one he was in. Okay. Okay. Where's my note card? And Dan, there are some reads that I have to do, like
Sure.
uniforms, first downs, streaming. I think they're trying to get sponsors for these other two as well.
Okay.
But we have scoreboard and everything. That's why I have all of these games on here.
Okay. I won't plan on anything until
Yeah.
at the end when you go to keys of the game or something,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of follow my lead.
I will.
So, all right. All right, let's have a good first one.
All right. We'll have fun.
All right.
In fact, I'm going to mute mine
Yeah,
during
go
this
ahead.
stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I don't mess up.
Yeah.
accidentally.
So that'd be the phone, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Yeah, you were good otherwise.
Okay.
We just needed to go down.
Just go down. Okay.
Yep.
is a presentation of the Ad Astra Radio Sports Network, the statewide leader in local sports coverage. Coming up, coverage of Andale Indians football on Ad Astra Radio. Stream Indians football all season with live video and audio on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Our countdown to kickoff gets underway next with the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Andale Indians football is just 30 minutes away on Ad Astra Radio.
Atlas sends a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine in Hutchinson, Kansas. We take pride in supporting our community and our student athletes. Hi, I'm General Manager Don Glass. We want to wish our area teams a fun and memorable season. A great person once said, victory is in the quality of competition and not the final score. Visit online atlassamuelstouch.com and follow us on Facebook for weekly giveaways and special events. And as Mr. Samuel always says,
Come by, let's be friends. Ad Astra Radio.
And a pleasant good evening from BG Products Veteran Sports Complex in El Dorado. The Andale Indians, the number one team in Class 3A, the defending state champions in 3A, taking on the El Dorado Wildcats. And from the Alan Samuels broadcast booth from BG Products Veteran Sports Complex here on Andale Radio and Ad Astra Radio on the Ad Astra Radio app and on Ad Astra TV. Alongside Dan Buchanan, I'm Dylan Schmidt. And Dan, a new journey at Ad Astra here as adding Andale to the slate, and we get to follow a really good football program.
You always look forward to opening night, and hopefully you find out where your team's at, and this should be exciting. We always look forward to Friday nights.
And Andale, as the defending state champions in Class 3, it's going to be a fun ride here in 2025 under ninth-year head coach Dylan Schmidt. And a good nucleus back for the Indians as they try to go back-to-back. Dan?
This will be interesting to see if we can maintain what they've achieved in the past. A lot of success, and you just hope you can keep the system going, and a lot of confidence that it will, because there's a lot of returning players with a lot of experience. So this should be a good night for Andale Indian football.
And, of course, our opponent tonight, the El Dorado Wildcats, on a long losing slide as well, 19 games. But, Coach A.L. Hart here in El Dorado. Where he wants it, he's in year number 2 here, and a lot of youth, and only a couple seniors for Coach Adelhart.
You know, when El Dorado is going through this type of seasons or several seasons here in a row, you have to look for something positive. And I'm sure their coach has a lot of quality wins. He's been very successful at various schools. So you know that things are headed in the right way. In a sense, even though we're talking Andale Indian football, you still want to see something positive for a team that is on a 19-game losing streak. You hope they get something out of the evening. But at the same time, Andale, they've got to go ahead and go with their system and try to maintain what they have in the past.
And Andale going to be a lot of road. We're going to be road warriors a lot this regular season, Dan, with 5 road games, only 3 games in the regular season at Andale High School, including the home opener next week with Wellington. But first up, El Dorado.
You know, as you look at the schedule and you see that there's only just a few games at home, but you have to remember the way the playoffs are set up now, if you can go ahead and win, and during the regular season, if you have the better record, you're going to get to play at home. So there's going to be a lot of home games, hopefully, down the stretch, and that'll all work out itself. But for now, here we are in El Dorado. The rain's let up quite a bit. Looks like it's going to be a much better evening than it looked like when you're driving over. So hopefully we get out here and get another good night of football.
Yeah, and a good night last Friday night for the black and gold scrimmage in Andale, which both of us were in attendance for, and we saw some good things in just an inter-squad scrimmage.
Yeah, you hope you can take an inter-squad scrimmage or even all the practices, and then here we are. We're going to find out if some of those practices are going to pay off yet tonight. But here we are also. Hey, there's the advantage of having this being broadcast on a dreary night. We never would anticipate this in this time of the year, that we'd end up with a cool evening already. Most of the time you see a 90-degree night. But hey, you get the advantage, to some of you, being able to watch and see it at home. So we hope we give you a good broadcast that you can sit back and enjoy and get to watch these student athletes perform tonight.
It's going to be a fun night here in the season opener of the 2025 season. It's Andale and El Dorado here from BG Products Veteran Sports Complex. Facility built in the academic year of 2011-2012, and had their first event here in August of 2012. I kind of have a very remembrance of what the events, the first events here at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex. So kind of coming back here is kind of fun for me tonight.
You know, if you're ever going to have a rainy night and have a night where you need to be playing on turf, it would be tonight. And so you're looking at one of the best high school, college complexes in the state. And here we are here in El Dorado. So there's a huge benefit. Actually, tonight, you're happy you're not playing at home in a sense, because that would probably mean you're tearing up your turf on the first night of the season, and then you'd be fighting that all year. So an advantage tonight to be playing on turf and to be playing in a facility as nice right here on the Butler County Community College.
It's Andale and El Dorado here in the season opener of the 2025 season. Let's take a break here in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. When we come back, my conversation with Andale head football coach Dylan Schmidt. That's on the other side. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Indian Football on Ad Astra Radio.
Deserves a caring nurse by their side. As a nurse-owned, family-operated agency, we work around the clock to place compassionate, experienced nurses where they are needed most. Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing, where quality care is a call away. Call today at 316-204-0845. That's 316-204-0845 for Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing.
Hi, I'm Darryl Miller, and whether you are a small business just starting out or an established company looking to grow and expand, you need a partner who understands your current and future business goals. At First National Bank, we make all of our loan decisions locally, and our commercial bankers have the knowledge and resources to find the right loan for your business. First National Bank of Hutchinson, always first for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get ready to fill the bucket and save, only at Prairie Land Partners John Deere. Get a 5-gallon bucket for just $3, and everything you pack inside is 15% off. Stock up on the essentials like cleaners, grease, fluids, adhesives, paint, hand tools, and more. Don't miss your chance to save on parts you use every day. Stop by your local Prairie Land Partners to fill your bucket and save. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Some restrictions apply.
Andale Ready Mix has superior service, quality concrete, and cutting-edge equipment. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial jobs, large or small, they do it all. For your next concrete job, call today, 316-832-0063. Andale Ready Mix. This mud's for you. Andale Construction offers rolled compacted concrete, cement soil stabilization, and dirt services. They pride themselves on delivering products of paramount quality while maintaining the highest standards in order to achieve the best quality product and service for our customers. To see how Andale Ready Mix and Andale Construction can help you with your next project, go to Andale Ready Mix or AndaleConstruction.com.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game is next. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, Hillsboro, and Salina. Find the best local sports coverage at AdAstraRadio.com.
The new Ranky E3 uses high-strength steel because it's tried and true. Why mess with perfection? The industry's highest strength-to-weight ratio is used in all Ranky systems. At Ranky, you can take your pick from a range of materials to fend off corrosion and cater to your specific needs. Contact your local Ranky dealer, Bullseye Irrigation of Inman, today. Ranky uses common sense just like you do. Discover common sense. Discover the new E3. Bullseye Irrigation of Inman is your Ranky dealer. Ranky, more right than rain.
Here's a bright idea. Don't buy the cheapest TP. It's not worth it. You know what is worth it? IdeaTek high-speed fiber internet. IdeaTek delivers seamless high-speed connectivity, and it won't disintegrate at just the worst possible moment. Don't go single-ply when it comes to your connectivity. Go fast and reliable. Reliability and quality, another bright idea from IdeaTek. Get high-speed IdeaTek fiber internet at ideatech.com.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today. Visit hutchcc.edu/campus tour.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed? Tired of overpaying with online companies? Hi, this is Tyler with 37 Print Co. in Hutch. Come see us and get your shirts printed locally. Check out our work on our Facebook page at 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Alan Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine in Hutchinson. We take pride in supporting our community and being committed to our customers. Don Glaspie here to let you know dependability of the vehicle is very important to us. Our top-notch service team is ready anytime your vehicle needs attention. Visit us online at AlanSamuelsHutch.com. Alan Samuels, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, where there's always a warm cup of coffee waiting, and as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends.
Ad Astra Radio.
Nurses partner with a staffing agency that puts you first. Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing offers top weekly pay, full benefits, and a nurse-owned team that's available 24 hours a day. Whether you want travel, local, contract, or PRN shifts, let Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing help you find the right fit so you can focus on providing that exceptional patient care. Apply now with Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing at ckmedicalstaffing.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
If high fertilizer prices have you scratching your head, call our team of professionals at Heartland Soil Services and let us help you determine exactly what you need, where you need it, for all of your fertility needs. If you've grid soil sampled within the last 4 years, we've got the data to make the prescription to put your fertilizer exactly where you need it. Or, if you'd like to try a grid soil sample, call us today and we can help. And remember, unless you test, it's just a guess.
Ad Astra Radio.
Well, welcome back to El Dorado. I did do an interview with Coach Dylan Schmidt. We are working on getting that for you here in our Midway Motors drive to the game. And Dan, I know you were able to listen to my interview with Coach Schmidt, which we hope to play here in just a little bit. Just your takeaways from what Coach Schmidt and I were able to talk about?
Yeah, it's always interesting to hear what a coach is thinking at the beginning of the season, and knowing that he has an experienced team like he does, and knowing that the system that he's been using has proven to be successful, there's no reason to change that, and nothing in his comments would ever indicate that. What I do think we are going to find out today, because having such an experienced finesse players and having the quarterback and Sam Harp, and also, two other very experienced in Hunter Grimes and Jack Horsch and many others up and down the line there, so that you want to take advantage of that. And what I think will happen is, hey, we got to stay true to the system, but at the same time, don't be surprised to see them open up a little bit more. Ground to pound will never change. That will always happen, and they will exploit that again tonight. But you still need to see what else can we do with our dual threat quarterback and see what else can happen for this team as they progress throughout the season.
Well, we have the interviews, so let's go ahead and take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll play my interview with Andale head football coach Dylan Schmidt. This is Indian football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. You're listening to Andale football on Ad Astra Radio.
Is always open. We've made it easier than ever to conduct your banking from your smartphone, tablet, or laptop. Download our app and log right in, or head to our website at fnbhutch.bank. Apply for a loan or open an account over your lunch break or from the comfort of home. Electronic banking everywhere you are. Get started at fnbhutch.bank. First National Bank of Hutchinson, always first for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ad Astra Radio.
Welcome back to the Midway Motors Drive to the Game here on adastraradio.com, Ad Astra TV, and also on the Ad Astra Radio app. And Andale opening the 2025 football season at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex in El Dorado, taking on the Wildcats. Joined now by Andale football coach Dylan Schmidt. Coach, game week is finally here.
Yeah, no, excited to get going. We were chatting before we came on here about, all the practices and everything you do all summer to get ready. And our kids are ready to hit somebody else. And, we're on practice number 26 or 27, plus we had some other summer stuff. So, we're 30 practices plus in, so we're ready to play a game.
How beneficial has all those practices been, because it takes a lot during the off season and even into fall camp?
Yeah, no doubt about it. There's always goods and bads to it. The goods, as you know, is it's the repetition. It's understanding your personnel, getting guys where they need to be. We're still moving guys around, but that's just part of football and sports. The bad to it, as you know, is when you're out there doing a lot of different things, whether it be, weightlifting or football or just summer activities and different things, guys get dinged up a little bit. So that's always the key is how do you get into game one healthy? We're healthy for the most part. We've got a few dings and things like that. But that's just the nature of sport and the nature of football. But we're excited where we're at.
How do you like the progress where you're at heading into game one?
Yeah, I'm excited. We usually hit the ground running because we play a lot of kids, the previous season, and bring back, 5 to 6 starters on both sides of the ball. Got a great senior group, got great leadership. And so our summer was really good. Our fall so far has been really good. And so we're excited.
What do you like about your senior class, and especially with a lot of these guys playing a lot of football?
Yeah, I think you just mentioned it right there, is that they've played a lot of football. I think the other thing is that they're dedicated. Our summer attendance was awesome. We got some great leadership in it. Guys are showing up. And so when you get guys to show up and work hard and they have game reps, and they're willing to get better and they're willing to put in the work, good things happen. And so, so far so good. We'll find out game one how good we are.
And what's kind of the biggest thing that stand out, especially here in fall camp?
Oh, probably the biggest thing I think that stands out is just the amount of work we're able to get done in practice. I think we're very efficient because kids know the system. They know the coaches. We do what we do. And so, I'm really pleased with the amount of work we've been able to get in and the repetition we've been able to get in. Our kids can handle quite a bit because they've been in our system for a long time, and they play a lot of varsity football.
Visiting with Andale head football coach Dylan Schmidt here on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about tonight's season opening opponent,
the El Dorado Wildcats. This is Andale football.
Fall projects piling up? Then it's time to gear up and save big at Prairie Land Partners John Deere. Right now, get up to $6,500 off select compact utility tractors, plus $2,000 on select Gator utility vehicles. Whether it's chores, projects, or property maintenance, you'll be ready to tackle it all year long. Visit prairielandpartners.com or stop by to learn more. Offer ends September 30th. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Prairie Land Partners.
Hey there, fellow farmers. This is Jonathan Danzel with Integrity Ag. Whether you're dealing with nitrogen leaching, phos and micronutrient tie-up, or struggling with hard-to-kill weeds, we offer products and solutions that work. With high phos prices today, ask about our air drill ready humic and fulvic acid and black gypsum products to unlock the tied-up phos out in your fields. We are also your area Pivot Bio and LG Seeds dealer. Check us out on the web at www.integrityagsells.com.
Continue our conversation with Andale head football coach Dylan Schmidt here on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. And Coach, El Dorado with their nice facility over there, built in 2012. And Coach Adelhart has been over there. This is year number 2 for him over there, but he's done some really good things at Garden Plain and at Cape Bend as well. Your early thoughts on the Wildcats?
Yeah, I mean, number one, you're right about the stadium, and the weather's been incredible. It looks like it's going to be really nice there. And so we're used to playing on grass. We have a grass practice field, a grass game field, but our kids like getting on the turf. And, the press box is phenomenal. Our coaches enjoy being up in there. It's a college-type environment, college-type setup, so that's fun for our kids and fun for our coaches. In terms of Coach Adelhart that you mentioned, know him well because he was over at Garden Plain, and I was head coach while he was head coach there. So he's a guy I've talked to quite a bit. And in terms of the Wildcats, they look to be on paper obviously a young team. Only 3 seniors. I apologize. On the roster, 42 kids I think out, and so. Probably for him and for us to yet to be determined. It's hard to really know. Played him last year. I think won that game 68-7. But I'm sure him being in year 2, his kids are going to be, better in his system and know the expectations. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
How big is a fast start here tonight? Get some guys in that normally wouldn't see playing time, because I know with a young team, you want to try to play as many, and depth is really a good issue to have for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. Fast start is always our key. With the success that we've had over the years, I think it plays into kind of some confidence for us if we can get off to a fast start, and probably works against the team we're playing. And so, in any game, a fast start's important no matter where you're at. But not only a fast start, then being able to sustain it. Game 1, you're always wondering how, conditioning is going to factor in, how the heat is going to factor in. Now, obviously, I mentioned that it's not going to be that hot. But there's no doubt about it. A Friday night game is different than a practice or different than a scrimmage or whatever it may be. And so it's always interesting, to get off to a good start, but then how do you sustain that throughout the game? And so that's what we're going to talk to our boys about, is being ready to go at the start, obviously, but also, keeping it going, playing and play out.
And it must be nice that you've had some cooler weather here recently to practice in.
Yeah, I think for just enjoyment, being out on the field, enjoy nice weather. I'm an outdoor guy, and, it's beautiful. But what you wonder, is it going to get real hot over the next couple of weeks, and then you're not used to it, one of those type of deals. But like I said, our kids have got a ton of repetitions. And so I think, conditioning wise, their bodies are ready to go.
What's your key to get win number 1?
We talk all the time about being the best blocking team in the state. And so I want to see what our pad level looks like up front. Offensively, I want to see, how our backs sustain blocks. And so, it's cliche, but it's blocking and tackling for us defensively. We've done a good job over the years of being really good tacklers and running to the ball. But the other thing we've done is take the ball away. So that's always a point of emphasis for us defensively, is go take the ball away. To add to the offense a little bit about our blocking, we always talk about ball security. We're a ground and pound team, and over our run, we've taken it away 4 times and we've only put it on the ground once. So if that's the case on Friday night, I like our chances. The other thing I would factor in is just special teams. Special teams, it's one play and it's big plays. You got a lot of good athletes out on the field. It's in wide open space. I want to see how we execute on our kickoff return, punt return, those type of units. We got some good athletes out there, but we'll see how we do.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time and looking forward to more chats throughout the year. Best of luck tonight.
Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That is Andale head football coach Dylan Schmidt joining us here on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. We'll take a break and we'll be back with more from El Dorado. This is Andale football.
The new Reinke E3 uses high-strength steel because it's tried and true. Why mess with perfection? The industry's highest strength-to-weight ratio is used in all Reinke systems. At Reinke, you can take your pick from a range of materials to fend off corrosion and cater to your specific needs. Contact your local Reinke dealer, Bullseye Irrigation of Inman, today. Reinke uses common sense just like you do. Discover common sense. Discover the new E3. Bullseye Irrigation of Inman is your Reinke dealer. Reinke, more right than rain.
Ad Astra Radio.
At an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today. Visit hutchcc.edu/campus tour.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed? Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, 37 Print Co. and Hutch has you covered. Hi, I'm Amanda. Check out our work on Facebook, 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Andale Ready Mix has superior service, quality concrete, and cutting-edge equipment. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial jobs, large or small, they do it all. For your next concrete job, call today, 316-832-0063. Andale Ready Mix. This mud's for you. Andale Construction offers rolled compacted concrete, cement soil stabilization, and dirt services. They pride themselves on delivering products of paramount quality while maintaining the highest standards in order to achieve the best quality product and service for our customers. To see how Andale Ready Mix and Andale Construction can help you with your next project, go to Andale Ready Mix or AndaleConstruction.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
Back at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex in El Dorado, alongside Dan Buchanan. I'm Dylan Sherwood, and Dan, a quick key to the game.
I think there's like 3 or 4 things that you're always looking for. Is just like Coach Schmidt said at the beginning, hey, let's take these positive practice habits to Friday night game. Let's see if we're not going to have any game slippage. Can we carry it over? Next, ground and pound doesn't change. But probably the most important thing he said during that interview, hey, we want to maintain, be the best blocking team in the state. So once again, they go right back to the offensive line. Offensive line is going to be a key again in every game. And I do not anticipate anything but the best from the offensive line from Andale. Superior team on paper, we understand that. Get the early lead and sustain it. That's important. And then finally, leaders lead. Let's let it happen. Get out there, show people how it's supposed to be done, and let's show them Andale Indian football.
Coin toss being done at midfield here in El Dorado. Let's get our uniform update being brought to you by Ineta Cleaners in Hutchinson. It's where to take your clothes. Andale in their road whites with the black lettering and the black numeral, black pants with gold trim. And El Dorado in all blacks with white lettering and red helmet. Andale with their black and red. Let's take a quick break. Let's do a quick minute break, and when we come back, we'll have tonight's opening kickoff. Andale and El Dorado in the season opener, and before we get to that, and it looks like El Dorado has won the toss and they'll receive. So El Dorado will receive when we come back in a minute from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Indian Football on Ad Astra Radio.
Indians.
At Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing, we believe every patient deserves a caring nurse by their side. As a nurse-owned, family-operated agency, we work around the clock to place compassionate, experienced nurses where they are needed most. Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing, where quality care is a call away. Call today at 316-204-0845. That's 316-204-0845. For Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTek has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTek has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTek.
Get fast, modern IdeaTek internet at ideatech.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
El Dorado with the return up to the 20-yard line. One of the returners, Nellian Williams, a 5'10", 140-pound sophomore, returns it to his own 20, and El Dorado will take over on the first drive of the season, 1st and 10, own 20-yard line, moving from right to left. That's south to north here at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex. Their quarterback is Daniel Bowen, 6'2", 168-pound junior. Maddox Super is one of their running backs, along with Hunter Conrad. They'll go with Britton Westcott, a receiver in the slot. Kingston Klein and DJ Mitchell are ends. They'll have two receivers here near side with two in the backfield. Up front, Braylon Wright at left tackle, Landon Bright at left guard, Jackson Remsburg at center, Cooper Meese at right guard, Jet Tony at right tackle. All five of the offensive linemen, all sophomores for El Dorado. Bowen in the shotgun, two receivers here near side with two backs, handoff, and this is Super up right side to the far side up to the 23-yard line, of gain of 3 for the sophomore Super.
Typical of Andale football, a bunch of group tackling. That's what we're looking for early in the season, seeing if everybody's going to run to the football.
So 2nd down and 7 now for El Dorado from their own 23 far hash. Bowen in the shotgun, two backs, two receivers here near side. El Dorado, here is Bowen. He's going to keep it on option, and he is drugged back and going to be drugged back inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. The defensive lineman for Andale, Tristan Cox with the TFL.
It's going to be hard to find a weakness for Andale. They got a lot of quickness, a lot of strength inside, so it's going to be tough. Can you find a place to run inside, or do you end up running outside? So it's already proven going to be tough to get to the outside.
So 3rd down and a long 10 for El Dorado from their own 20 near hash. Two receivers here near side, two backs for Bolin. Play action, rolling here near side. Bolin going to keep it here down the near sideline, 25. Forced out of bounds about the 29. The first down marker is the 30-yard line. For Andale, it looked like Lane Palmer there was in on the stop, and it's going to be short a yard. So Coach Eilhart will have something to talk about here. Will he go for it, or is he going to punt the football away?
Tough decision here. It looks like they are going to punt.
And this is their backup quarterback, Skylar Dimmel, to punt it, standing at the 21-yard line. I believe Sam Harp's back there to return, and we got a flag, and indication is for El Dorado, and it's going to back him up 5. Illegal procedure. So just going to back it up 5, and we're going to get ready to see the T-wing offense for Andale here. Sam Harp in El Dorado territory. Now he's going to back up to the midfield stripe. Here's Damel's kick, over into kick, and Hart from midfield here near side 45. Sam up the middle to the 39, 38-yard line. Good return from the senior Sam Harp, and he will go to work with the Andale offense. 1st and 10 for the Indians, 92 seconds in, and they have good field position to start their first offensive drive of the season.
Good return, good first sequence. got things going a little bit defensively, and now they're ready to see what's going to happen here on the first drive for Andale.
So Sam Hart, the returning quarterback, rushed for over 1,000 yards and 21 touchdowns, threw for a little over 800 yards and 13 scores as a junior. Jack Horsch is one of the backs, along with Lane Parmenter. Hunter Grimes and Ethan Eck are the tight ends, and they are going fast, and it's Hart, far side 20. He's trying to break loose, and he's tripped up a little bit inside the red zone to the 18-yard line. Gain of 20. And that's a First National Bank first down. First National Bank, it's first for you.
That's what makes it hard for other teams. Andale's system is so good. They come out of the huddle, they snap the ball on first sound on a ready go, and they're ready already down the line of scrimmage before you even hardly get set.
Hart under center on 1st and 10. Here's a toss here near side. Lane Parmenter. He's got some daylight. 10, 5. He's going to walk in for a 16-yard touchdown. Andale on the board, 6-0, 10:07 to play here in the opening quarter. And quick work for the Indians on drive number 1, and they executed the ground and pound game here to start the 2025 season.
Give credit to that offensive line once again with Kraft, Winter, Berthamer, and Hotzemeyer, and Fowler. They're all doing their job.
And that's a line that's brand new. And they're going to go for 2 with Harp under center. And they will get it to Horsch out the middle in for 2. 8-0 Andale, 10:07 to go here in the opening quarter. Let's take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, El Dorado will have their second possession. Andale leads 8-0, 10:07 to go here in the first quarter from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Indian football on Ad Astra Radio.
Truck of the Year, the 2025 Ram 1500 is the strongest Ram 1500 ever. Certain models have up to 540 horsepower, best-in-class towing, and a luxurious interior featuring massaging leather seats and a 23-speaker Klipsch sound system. Get 10% off MSRP on select models. That's up to $8,000 off. Shop Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine, and as Mr. Samuels always said,
come by, let's be friends.
Ad Astra Radio.
Lane Parmenter with his first rushing touchdown of the season, had 4 last year as a junior, 16-yard touchdown run for the senior. 8-0 Indians, 10:07 to play here in the opening quarter from BG Products Veteran Sports Complex here in El Dorado. Well, Dan, something that I was thinking about, and we mentioned it in the Midway Motors drive to the game, is about the weather, and it was raining at a consistent rate when both of us were driving over here, and it's cleared up, and we knew the run game was going to be a little bit of advantage for Andale here tonight.
Yeah, they should once again. They're going to start out early just like that, ground and pound a little bit, and they ended up using 3 different backs. That was an excellent job by Andale to get the game started.
Seth Fernandez to tee it off from the 40. Over in the kick to the far side. Going to take a bounce and be taken at the 15-20. Cutting over here near side, near the 25. That is Kingston Klein on the return for El Dorado to the 25-yard line of the Wildcats, and that's where they'll take over. 2 minutes into this contest with Andale leading 8-0.
Once again, we're going to come out and see what happens with this situation. I'm sure El Dorado is going to be struggling trying to figure out something positive on offense, but that's the life of playing against Andale Indian football.
Our mark it at the 23 of the Wildcats. 1st and 10 from their own 23. In between the hashes, Bolin in the shotgun. 2 receivers here near side with 2 backs. And it's going to be an option for the quarterback, Bolin, up the middle to the 25. Swarm of Indians there. Looked like Hunter Grimes was the last one in there for the Indians on the stop to the 26, gain of 3. So now Bolin, the positive for El Dorado here so far with 3 carries for 9 yards. 2nd and 7 for El Dorado, and Bolin in the shotgun, receiver each side, and he's going to keep it right side and get back to ball's on the turf. Who has it? Andale might have it, and they do, and it is picked up there by Colt Lane on the far side. He got the fumble recovery, and they will say Andale football at the El Dorado 24.
As Coach Schmidt talked about in pregame, He definitely said we want to win the turnover margin just like any other team, but definitely a strong point of Andale, and once again proven here in the first quarter.
So now a short field for the Indians at the El Dorado 24. 9:20 to go here in the first. Indians leading it 8-0. Top-ranked team in 3A. Trying to take care of business here in week 1 before a huge home opener next Friday night with Wellington coming to town. Sam Harp and company back out there. Under center, Sam. Play action. Sam's going to throw. Looking over middle. End zone. Nearly picked and tipped. The pressure there, it looked like it was Maddox Super, the linebacker. He was looking for Jack Horsch over the middle. And an incompletion for the Indians on the first pass play of the season.
Little play action. That's going to be effective. A little bit underthrown. Receiver was there, didn't quite get it all the way connected, but that's part of early season football. But still, another thing for El Dorado to think about, really hard to stay in the box if you know that there's going to be both pass and run.
Sam Harp on an option far side, 15-10. Sam's going to take it in for his first score of the year. This one's from 24 yards out. Touchdown, Andale. 14-0 Indians, 9:06 to go here in the opening quarter. And they cash in off the fumble recovery and a minute 1 in between scores for the Indians.
Once again, dual threat makes it really tough on the defense. And once again, look, he made it through the whole way and made it to second tier of defense and still wasn't even touched. So a credit to the offensive line once again.
Indians going for 2 again. Sam Harp will hand off. Right side is in there for the 2. That is Afton Allaire with the 2-point conversion, making it 16-0 Indians. 9:06 to go here in the opening quarter. Indians cash in off a turnover. El Dorado has it when we come back at 30. From the Ellen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Indian football on Ad Astra Radio.
Hi, I'm Melanie Block. First National Bank is here to help your business by offering a variety of services to manage and improve your cash flow. Our business banking team is a trusted partner in the community, here to provide solutions to the challenges your business faces so you can achieve all your business goals. From small to large businesses, we have the knowledge and power to help you succeed. First National Bank of Hutchinson, always first for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ad Astra Radio.
Well, it took 2 plays for the Indians to get back on the board. Sam Harp with his first rushing touchdown of the season, 24 yards for the senior quarterback. 16-0 Indians with 9:06 to go here in the opening quarter. And Deanna, we knew what could happen in this game, and Andale showing their strength here early.
Yeah, it's a good sign. I mean, if you get to use your kicking team a lot more than your receiving team, that's always a good sign.
Here's the kick away, and it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be coming up. So it'll be good field position for El Dorado at the 35. So 9:06 to go here in the opening quarter. Andale leads 16-0. Ground and pound as Andale with 62 yards all on the ground. 3 carries averaging just almost 21 yards a game, or a carry there.
No surprise in terms of what they did to attack El Dorado. I know there's a lot of difference here in talent, and so Andale still, they're trying to get ready progress down the season. They have to keep maintaining what they're doing, though.
So Bolin and company, and Bolin's going to keep it in a toss here near side, and blown up in the backfield here near side, and they're going to blow it dead. The carry was Hunter Conrad, and they're going to back it up to the 32, a loss of 3. So El Dorado going with multiple backs here, and Andale was right there for it.
Lane Parthamer did a great job as a corner over here, containing it, didn't let him get to the outside, and that gave the chance for pursuit to catch up.
So 2nd down and 13 for El Dorado from their own 32 near hash. Bolin in the gun, play action, another toss. Ball's on the turf again. Super. He recovered his own handled the toss, and got back to the 30-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 2.
You can see a lot of white jersey on penetration, so they're winning the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be probably there all night in terms of winning the line of scrimmage. And you just hope you maintain your fundamentals and keep trying to get a little bit better.
So third down and long, 3rd and 16 from their own 29, 8:10 to go, opening quarter. Indians lead 16-0. Here's another toss, super blown up there immediately. Hit there by the linebacker for Andale, Dylan Schmidt. What a tackle there, Dan Buchanan.
Yeah, fundamentals are very important. Coach Schmidt and Coach Fairchild, defensive coordinator, always promote a little bit, always working on their fundamentals, and tackling's one of them.
And a loss back to the 21-yard line, a loss of 9. And it's punting time for the El Dorado Wildcats. And Sam Harp going to call a fair catch at his own 46, far hash. So the Indians will take over 1st and 10 from their own 46 as they've been in El Dorado territory their first 2 drives. Now they have to go 54 more yards for another score.
All indications, it looks like we'll probably be able to keep doing what's going on right here. Don't be surprised to see a little change up in terms of offense. Maybe throw it again on this series just to try to different development here.
Sam Harp under center, 3 backs, handoff left side, 50 into El Dorado territory to near the 45. As you got to see who that was. That was Noah Stanley. So we're seeing some other subs in here quickly, Dan.
It's going to happen throughout the game. It is tough because they come out of the huddle so fast. It's really hard to know exactly who's playing on the running back sometimes.
Stanley, a sophomore, 175-pound back, handoff left side, and got some room, and that was actually Sam Harp on the keeper. Faked me out there, and it's a first down for the Indians, a First National Bank first down. First National Bank, it's first for you as Harp gets it to the 36, a gain of 9 for the senior.
And once again, several yards, probably 6 to 8 yards before any contacts. That means there's been good blocking up front.
3 backs again for the Indians. As a little hard count as El Dorado trying to jump. Now on audible for the senior Sam Harp. 12 on the play clock, 6.5 to go. Play action for Harp. Harp throwing over here, near side. Jack Horse, 25-20. Looking to cut here near side, 15. Jack to the 14. 22 yards from Harp to Horse. And another First National Bank first down. First National Bank, it's first for you.
That's the part you thought we would see maybe during this series of downs, maybe open up a little bit, try to do a little passing. Got to get some confidence in the passing game because before the season's over, you know you're going to need it.
Yes, indeed. As we near the halfway point of quarter number 1, Andale leads 16-0, back to the line. Harp going to keep it left side, 10. Going to walk over the middle, inside the 5, down to about the 3. Or the 2, it's going to be first and goal for the Indians, but it'll be another First National Bank first down. First National Bank, it's for you. And they're back to the line to the 2, gain of 13 for Harp, and up the middle, touchdown Andale. Sam Harp kept it up the middle, 2-yard plunge for the senior, second score of the night. 22-0, 5:48 to go here, opening quarter. Indians in command.
Impressive as always. Nice job up front. Great job right up the middle. Great job by offensive line. A lot of credit to those guys up front.
We mentioned the O-line, brand new. They might be upperclassmen, but they had some guys to replace. Here's a toss here near side. Stanley to the corner of the end zone. He is in for 2. So Mr. Noah Stanley with the 2-point conversion, making it 24-0, 5:48 to go here in the first quarter. Let's take another 30. El Dorado with the football when we come back. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Indian Football on Ad Astra Radio.
If high fertilizer prices have you scratching your head, call our team of professionals at Heartland Soil Services and let us help you determine exactly what you need, where you need it, for all of your fertility needs. If you've grid soil sampled within the last 4 years, we've got the data to make the prescription to put your fertilizer exactly where you need it. Or, if you'd like to try a good soil sample, call us today and we can help.
Heartland Soil Services.
And remember, unless you test, it's just a guess.
Ad Astra Radio.
Well, Sam Harp with his second touchdown of the night, making it 24-0 Andale with 5:48 to go here in the opening quarter. As let's get you a Bueller Dental Care scoreboard update, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch, as we have a lot of games across the Andale network of stations here tonight. As Great Bend 5A leading McPherson 7-0. And there's going to be a kick out of bounds, and it'll come up to the 35. Let's get you some other scores. Hayes leading Derby 7-0. Canton Galva leading Center 8-0. Hillsboro leading Haven 6-0. These are all first quarter scores. Bueller leading Mulvane 6-0. Beloit leading Lions 8-0. Actually now 16-0. Hutch Central Christian leading Sunrise Christian Academy 16-0. And at the end of one, Trinity Catholic and Inman tied at 0. Also a big game in Brazil tonight. Chiefs and Chargers. No score yet in Brazil. It was a Bueller Dental Care scoreboard update. Bueller Dental Care providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. 5:47 to go here in the first quarter. Andale leads 24-0. El Dorado with the ball, first and 10 on 35. Bolin going to keep it here, looking for some running room, and he's going to get swallowed up. It looked like Jack Horsch was the first in there to tackle Bolin. Maybe even eat the neck as well, but it's a loss back to the 31, loss of 4.
As you can see already, Andale's putting in some different interior linemen, get them some experience. We're even in the first quarter and already subbing, but good penetration by Andale defense right there.
Second down and 14 for El Dorado. Own 31. Bolin in the gun. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side, 2 backs. Bolin, play action, rolling over far side. Pressure coming, and he is going to throw it away into the Andale bench. Incomplete. Pressure there coming by the big fella, Emery Kraft, from his defensive line spot.
El Dorado's struggling, trying to figure out something to get some positive results right here. Haven't had a first down. Have tried to run inside, have tried to run a little bit of option, and now trying to roll out. Nothing's going to work against this defense the way they have experience and following their fundamentals. It's going to be very tough for El Dorado to move the ball.
Well, from my count right now, El Dorado has -8 yards of total offense to Andale's 115. Third and 14, Wildcats from their own 31. Bolin in the gun, dropping back in a 3-step drop. Screen over the middle, super, and blown up immediately. Jack Horsch there over the middle to get the stop for Andale, and another 3 and out for this El Dorado Wildcat team at 4.5 to go here in the first quarter. Indians lead 24-0.
Excellent job by reading his keys. Jack Horsch stayed at home, read his keys, and he was right there for the screen pass.
So now Dimmel to punt this football away. Sam Harp standing at his own 37 far hash. Here's the kick, and it's a short kick. Short kick. Going to take a bounce, and going to be fair caught at the El Dorado 46 by Jack Horsch, and the Indians will take over, leading 24-0, 4:02 to go here in the first quarter. Let's get you a Bueller Dental Care scoreboard update. Bueller Dental Care providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. The Chargers have struck first in Brazil, leading 7-0. Also, some other scores real quick. Great Bend with Ian Premer, the Notre Dame product. I've seen him play some basketball. He is really good. One of the top prospect in the state. Great Bend leading the Bullpups 14-0 in Great Bend. So first and 10 for Andale. And this is Lane Parmenter, first down and more to near the El Dorado 25. The senior Lane Parmenter with the First National Bank first down. First National Bank, it's first for you.
Excellent job up front. Andale's did a little bit of everything. You've run outside the tackles, inside the tackles, thrown a little bit. Good things are happening.
Good things are happening with the Indians leading 24-0 at 3:40 to go. At 1st and 10 from the 25. Stanley, far sideline, 15. First down inside the 15 to about the 13. Noah Stanley getting into the action. The sophomore, another First National Bank first down. First National Bank is first for you, and they will spot it at the 11. A gain of 14 for Stanley. As again, they're getting quick to the line. 1st and 10 from the 11. Sam Harp keeps it on option, and he's got a 3-pack. Touchdown, Andale. 11-yard run for Sam Harp, 30-0. 3:27 to go here in the first quarter. Andale taking advantage on everything here tonight in week 1 of the high school football season.
Puts so much pressure on the defense when you have a dual threat like that, but also credit again. Look at that. He was way down there, 7 yards before he even got touched, and they just keep going back to the same play.
Noah Stanley left side for 2. His second 2-point conversion of the night. 32-0 Indians. 3:27 to go here in the opening quarter. As let's take a quick 30-second break as the Indians in command, leading 32-0, 3:27 to go here in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Indian football on Astra Radio.
Get ready to fill the bucket and save, only at Prairieland Partners John Deere. Get a 5-gallon bucket for just $3, and everything you pack inside is 15% off. Stock up on the essentials like cleaners, grease, fluids, adhesives, paint, hand tools, and more. Don't miss your chance to save on parts you use every day. Stop by your local Prairieland Partners to fill your bucket and save. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Some restrictions apply.
Prairieland Partners.
Ad Astra Radio.
Well, Sam Harp with his third rushing touchdown of the evening. This one from 11 yards out. 32-0 Indians. 3:27 to go in the opening quarter. And Dan, Coach Schmidt mentioned in pregame that they wanted to stay healthy and they want to get all those key guys out and get them ready for next week.
But at the same time, you still got to go through your system and still got to see if you're going to run things in the game like you practice. So I still think they'll maintain what they've been doing here throughout the first quarter and then start subbing in even a little bit more and more.
Hunter Conrad with the return past the 25 up to near the 30. Let's see where they spot it. It's at the 29. So, again, they went with a different return man. Coach Adelhart gave me 2 returners, and Hunter Conrad wasn't one of them. So, but some personnel changes for the El Dorado Wildcats here, trailing 32-0. 3:20 to go here in the opening quarter, having at 1st and 10 from their own 29. Bolin in the shotgun. 2 receivers here near side, 1 far side, 2 backs. Bolin with a 3-step drop. Rolling. Throws over the middle and had no one home. Was looking for Maddox Super for over the middle, but really wasn't in the vicinity.
You look up front, you got the 3 up front that are maintaining the inside with Ethan Eck and Tristan Cox and Alex Krause, making it really easy for the outside people to keep reading their keys because they know the 3 inside players are doing their job.
So 2nd down and 10 for El Dorado on 29. Get you some more scores here in just a few moments as they are coming in. Bolin in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Play action is going to keep it and blown up there. It looked like Bolin ran into one of his offensive linemen as he was cutting to the far side, and Andale read it with a little hesitation and a loss back to the 25, loss of 4 for Bolin.
Yeah, right. Once again, inside are taking care of stuff inside, so our outside linebackers able to really put the pressure on. Everybody's reading their keys, doing their job, so all the practice is paid off, and now you're just going to see if you can maintain it, even though the score is 32-0.
2:40 to go here in the first. Andale leads 32-0. A 3rd and 14 for El Dorado from their own 25. Far hash. Bolin in the gun. Receiver side. Bolin looking, pressure coming, throws over middle, and nearly intercepted as Sam Harp had it. It went right through his fingertips. He would have had an interception. It would have been a +2 in the turnover margin for the Indians, but it's punting time for El Dorado.
Pretty hard to make that pass when you got Dancel coming at you full speed, and he lays a hit on the quarterback. So that makes it interesting. That'd be hard as the quarterback to see that coming.
Dimmel to punt it away, standing at his 15. And another short kick, and going to take a bounce. And Andale's going to have it about the El Dorado 36 at 2:17 to go in the opening quarter with a commanding 32-0 lead. Let's get you some scores real quick. Bueller Dental Care's scoreboard update. Bueller Dental Care providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. As we mentioned, Chiefs trailing 7-0, 6:20 ago in the opening quarter. Great Bend leads McPherson 14-0. Halstead leading Heston 7-0. Heston comes to Andale in week 8. Mulvane and Bueller. Mulvane leads 7-6. And play action for Sam Harp on 1st and 10. Harp looking for Horse. He holding it. It is holding. It's a touchdown. Cruz Kaiser, 36-yard touchdown pass. Harp to Kaiser, 38-0. 2:09 to go, opening quarter.
That would be interesting to find out. We ended up with 2 receivers in the same area, both Kaiser and Horace, and so it'd be interesting to see if that's the way it was designed or really should have been more separation between those two. Either way, success with another touchdown.
Cruz Kaiser, the sophomore, with his first career touchdown, or his first touchdown of the season, and they'll try to put 40 on the board. And here is a left side, and it is in. It is Allaire with the 2-point conversion, making it 40-0 with 2:09 to go here in the opening quarter. And Dan, little magic, little trick out of Dylan Schmidt's playbook there with the pass play. I was looking for Horsch, and Cruz Kaiser was there to reel it in and took it in for 6.
Well, what we said earlier, I think that you're going to find out now that the lead is here, they still want to change it up a little bit, because I think you're going to find out that Sam's very, very confident as a passer, and we do have some excellent athletes out there receiving the football. So you have to take advantage of that, and this is a good chance to work on some of those things that you've been practicing. And once again, success happened for the way they executed the play.
Let's get you another Bueller Dental Care scoreboard update. Bueller Dental Care providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Smoky Valley and Larned tied at 0. Smoky Valley comes to Andale on October 10th as the Vikings out of Lindsborg had to go all the way to Larned tonight. Seth Fernandez to tee it off from his own 40. And it's an over-ended kick, and will not be out of bounds this time. Takes a bounce, and here's Conrad up the middle, 25, and swallowed up there to about the 27 for El Dorado, and that's where they'll take over at 2:04 to go opening quarter. Andale leads 40-0.
You know, with all these possessions, that's what's tough right here. They haven't even crossed midfield. Credit to Andale defense. But at the same time, they're not going to get much consistency. They're starting inside the 30 every time. And Andale's probably in their minds, you're going, there's no reason for them to be able to cross the 50. That should be a goal right now. Let's keep them on this side of the field all night in the first quarter.
Well, negative 11 yards of total offense for El Dorado. It's rolling over here near side. Bolin, and incomplete, was on the fingertips of the receiver, Cameron Fullerton, one of the backups for El Dorado. Just went right through his fingertips for an incompletion.
Even there, though, that's a positive. Even though they didn't complete it, Andale can learn from that right there. Ended up a receiver a little bit open, so they can watch it on film, see what happens, get ready for next week, because you know the ball's going to be in the air next week against when Wellington comes to town. Because most of the time they end up, in a year ago anyway, they threw more than they ran. So this is good practice. This is really good for Andale to get ready for next week.
2nd down and 10 for El Dorado and 28. Bolin in the shotgun, low snap. Going to keep it and swallow it up. And sack. Ball comes out and it's picked up there by Andale.
It's Ethan Eck with the fumble recovery, and they say he was down. They say Bolin was down before the ball came out, and that is the indication. So
Great pursuit by the Andale defense.
Well, they're getting to the football. That's what this Indian defense and Tim Fairchild, they want to get to the football. So third down coming up for El Dorado at their own 22 near hash. Receiver each side, two backs for Bolin. Dropping back, Bolin, pressure coming and caught, and there's a flag in the backfield. A catch was made there by Noah McLaurin, 5'9", 155-pound sophomore. Let's see what this flag's all about. It's thrown in the backfield. Personal foul on the Indians, so probably a roughing. And that'll be the first down of the game for El Dorado.
I think probably it was a little bit of contact to the head. They felt like he kind of came at his head there on the quarterback, and so they threw the flag accordingly, I guess.
And that's something this defense is going to learn, because you really don't want those crucial penalties in bigger games. So El Dorado with 1st and 10 from their own 37 near hash. Bolin with a keeper trying to cut over here near side and blown up. Sam Harp was the last one in there on the quarterback Bolin. And they are going to say a loss of 1 for the junior. As we near a minute to play here in the first, Andale leads 40-0. El Dorado has a 2nd and 11 from their own 36. Bolin in the gun, two backs. Receiver far side with two tight, one on each side. Bolin drops back, and it was a handoff. Well, it's a loss back to the 34.
Great read by Hunter Grimes. He was reading it all the way, read his keys, split the gap, and that running back had no chance whatsoever.
And that was Jackson Markowitz, 5'5", 140-pound junior.
You look at this, we've got Dancel and Grimes there, an inside linebacker. Very, very solid inside linebackers. Make it very tough for them. Anybody out there.
El Dorado will have one more snap. Bolin rolling over here near side. Pressure coming. Flag thrown by the white hat in the backfield. Bolin got past the 35 to the 36. 7 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Pending this marker, which is at the El Dorado 30. It was thrown in the backfield. Could be a hold. It is a hold on El Dorado, and it's going to be declined, so it's going to be 4th down. It was going to be 4th down and 9, or 4th and 11, so Bolin got 2 on that run. So it's, instead of taking 10 yards from the spot, they just declined it, and they're going to roll the clock, and that will do it for quarter number 1. El Dorado will punt this football away when we come back in a minute, as the Indians in command, leading 40-0 here in the season opener. 12 minutes in the book. Quarter number 2 next from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Indian football on Ad Astra Radio.
The new Ranke E3 uses high-strength steel because it's tried and true. Why mess with perfection? The industry's highest strength-to-weight ratio is used in all Ranke systems. At Ranke, you can take your pick from a range of materials to fend off corrosion and cater to your specific needs. Contact your local Ranke dealer, Bullseye Irrigation of Inman, today. Ranke uses common sense just like you do. Discover common sense. Discover the new E3. Bullseye Irrigation of Inman is your Ranke dealer. Ranke, more right than rain.
Hey there, fellow farmers. This is Jonathan Danzel with Integrity Ag. Whether you're dealing with nitrogen leaching, phos and micronutrient tie-up, or struggling with hard-to-kill weeds, we offer products and solutions that work. With high phos prices today, ask about our air drill ready humic and fulvic acid and black gypsum products to unlock the tied-up phos out in your fields. We are also your area Pivot Bio and LG Seeds dealer. Check us out on the web at www.integrityagcells.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
El Dorado will punt this football away, now moving from left to right as we see it. High snap, Dimmel. Again, another short kick as Andale will get it near midfield. They'll still get it in El Dorado territory. I think they're going to mark it about the 47 of El Dorado. So Andale moving from right to left, from south to north. So they will go towards the El Dorado end zone. That is marked here at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex with Butler's Community College's purple end zone, the south end zone here at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex. So let's see what Andale has to offer. A 1st and 10 from the El Dorado 47 for their first play of quarter number 2.
As they start on the other side of the 50 here, it gives them opportunity to go either way here, whether if you go right back to ground and pound or open it up again.
Got some new personnel in here, and here's a toss. Here's Dim, and it's still going. 2015 breaks another tackle. That is Dansel with the run, a First National Bank first down. First National Bank, it's first for you. So Dansel with his first carry of the season to the 11, a gain of 36.
Look at that, probably 30, 40 yards before he was even touched. So once again, excellent fundamentals, great blocking by Andale.
Well, Dylan Schmidt going spreading the wealth here tonight. 1st and 10 from the 11. Dansel cutting over far side. He's got some daylight to the 5, eluded the defender and turned the corner for an 11-yard touchdown run. Andale back on the board, 46-0, 11:25 to go in the first half as Drayden Dansel, the junior, gets 2 touches. That was the Dansel drive there.
You know, you're looking for touchdown blocking, meaning downfield blocking. And once again, proving in both of those plays that it doesn't just happen on the interior line. There's people down the field trying to open it up, giving the offensive back another chance to score.
Eck will go to a receiver spot to the far side on the 2-point conversion. As Andale trying to make it 48-0. Here is Harp with 2 backs. Sam going to throw, looking, has a man, is tipped. Ethan Eck, just little butterfingers there for Eck. But 46-0, 11:25 to go, and just a little wide open there for Ethan there, and just a little bobble there.
Hey, that's okay. You know, you're changing it up a little bit, giving people something else to think about when they line up for going for 2, not just from the run. Now you got an opportunity to have future opponents take a look at this off of their film study and say, man, we got to cover it all. So that's going to be with the ability that Andale has. They're going to be able to run and pass, I think, as the season goes on more and more.
Let's get you some scores. Let's get you a Bueller Dental Care scoreboard update. Bueller Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Central Christian leading Sunrise Christian 28-0 after 1. The Salt Hawks just down the road at Andover Central. No score there. There's Cheney. Cheney and Holcomb. Cheney had to go all the way to Holcomb tonight. 6-6, quarter number 2. Mountain Ridge leading Bennington 14-0 in the 1. Beloit leading Lions 30-0. Chargers still leading the Chiefs 7-0. Here's the kick away by Andale, and El Dorado's going to get it. This is Klein. Klein cutting over here near side, trying to get up to the 10, and that is where he's going to be stood up. And this will be the deepest El Dorado has been all night. A 1st and 10 at their own 11. 11:19 to go here in the first half. All Indians 46-0.
Good kickoff. Had Austin Bugner kick it off that time, got him down deep, and make it even more difficult for the Wildcats.
Some personnel changes for El Dorado as Super came out, as McLaurin was in there, stayed in there in a running back spot. 20 on the play clock, 11:19 to go, first half. Andale leads 46-0. Bull in the shotgun, 2 backs, 2 receivers here near side, 1 tight for And a quick pass is hauled in and tripped up. The turf monster there, and a little frustration there from Britton Westcott, one of the slot receivers, a sophomore. Just a little quick pass to the near side for negative yards. Just the turf, just right there to deny Westcott.
Just when it looks like they might get a positive play, and gets tripped up on his own.
So, and he's one of their starting slot, and now it'll be 2nd and 13 from their own 8 here near side. Bolin in the gun, one tight far side, receiver each side with 2 backs. Bolin inside the 5. Bolin gonna give it up to McLaurin, and nowhere to go. Ran into the Andale personnel up front, and they're going to say no gain, and 3rd down and 13. So 3rd down and 13 for El Dorado at their own 8. 10:18 to go here first half. A long first half still here at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex, with the visiting Andale Indians leading 46-0. Bolin in the shotgun. 2 backs, dropping back. Bolin, he's in the end zone, rolling. He's got a man on a quick pass and caught, but not going to get up to the line of scrimmage. It looked like that was Westcott. As Conrad, my apologies, a gain of 2. As he got something out of nothing there.
And we talked about before, Andale's once again demonstrating they're following their keys, making sure no one gets outside of them. Everybody's doing their job.
Kind of danger zone for El Dorado, as Dimmel, who hasn't had the best of luck kicking the last couple. And a high snap. Here's the kick, nearly blocked. He's going to take a bounce inside the 30 and picked up by Horse. He still loses 20. 10. Jack Horse going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Andale. 28-yard punt return. Jack Horse. Special teams play from the Indians. 52-0. 9:14 to go in the first half.
That one is unique. I've seen too many times when you get a bounce like that and then take advantage of it. But once again, that's being an athlete that's being alert, paying attention to what's going on during the game, gets a chance to take it back for a touchdown.
Well, how about that? You win in all facets of the game, and there's your special teams touchdown of the night. Because Sam Hart was trying to call for a fair catch and then took a bounce, and Jack, far side, took it, and he was eluding defenders left and right. And in for the 2 for Andale, it's Noah Stanley, his 3rd 2-point conversion of the night. 54-0, 9:11 to go here in the second quarter. Let's get a 30-second break in. We need to catch our breath. 54-0 Andale, 9:11 to go here in the first half. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, you're listening to Indian football on Ad Astra Radio.
Andale Ready Mix has superior service, quality concrete, and cutting-edge equipment. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial jobs, large or small, they do it all. For your next concrete job, call today, 316-832-0063. Andale Ready Mix. This mud's for you. Andale Construction offers rolled compacted concrete, cement soil stabilization, and dirt services. They pride themselves on delivering products of paramount quality while maintaining the highest standards in order to achieve the best quality product and service for our customers. To see how Andale Ready Mix and Andale Construction can help you with your next project, go to Andale Ready Mix or AndaleConstruction.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
Well, special teams, Dan Buchanan. Andale's going to need those special teams touchdowns when they can get them. And they kind of got it on a kind of a blown play, and Jack Horse took it 28 yards for the 6. And this is a muff kick and picked up there by El Dorado. I believe it was Conrad, who muffed the return, and he was able to pounce back on it for a 1st and 10 for El Dorado at the 23 of their own. 9:07 to go here in the opening half.
Few subs, especially in the secondary inside linebackers right now, so you're going to see some young kids coming back in, different players. It's going to pay off in the end, because you know there's going to be need for everyone before the season's over. You got to develop some depth. This is a good night to do it.
So 1st and 10 for El Dorado, moving from left to right, Bolin in the gun, handoff, no, he's going to keep it, looking over, he's going to lose it, and he's sacked. Sacked there, I believe it was Brody Kelp. And it was Brody Kelp with the sack on Daniel Bolin.
Once again, some new names that are going to be mentioned throughout the night here for the rest of the evening. And we'll see how things go, but I'm sure we'll start seeing different players at different positions. We will be able to keep looking for bright spots from some of these other players.
Receiver each side, 2 backs for Daniel Bolin on 2nd and 14. Bolin going to air it out, looking, and it's picked off there. Connor Bretthauser. No, they're going to say incomplete. He hauled it in, but the official here near side just said incomplete.
Incomplete, but positive thing. Connor was right where he should be. He's reading his keys also. So he was doing his job. Didn't quite get the interception, but still in the right position.
Well, Brett Howard going to learn from that one because, he's in there and going to learn from it. This is where they're going to look at film and going to be like, what can I do better on this one if I ever see this again?
Yeah.
So a long incompletion for El Dorado is 3rd and 14 from their own 19. Bolin in the gun, 2 backs, 1 tight here near side with a receiver here near side. Bolin play action, and it's a toss, or actually it's a keeper and incomplete, just underthrown there by Bolin as Kingston Klein the intended target. And another 3 and out for El Dorado at 8:17 to go here in the first half. Indians will get the football back near the 8-minute mark, leading 54-0.
This will be interesting to see if this group can stay aggressive like the first group did. And right there, a little bit tentative, but still, people in the right spot. No one got outside of them, and they kept everything on the inside and able to deflect it and cause an incompletion.
Dimmel to punt it away, another short kick. And it's going to take a bounce, and El Dorado is going to get on top of it at their own 35. At 8:10 to go first half, Andale leads 54-0. Let's get you some scores real quick. Bueller Dental Care scoreboard, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Bueller leads Mulvane 20-13, 2:45 to go in the first half from Mulvane. Halftime in Hutch, Trinity trails Inman 6-0. Chaparral leads Kingman 14-7. And the Chiefs are down 7-0 to Harbaugh and the Chargers. And Coach Harbaugh 5-0 in season openers. And the Chiefs want to deny that tonight in Brazil. We got Connor Bretthauer in the game at quarterback. Here's a handoff here near side 30 to the 28. That is Sam Kupker, right?
Yes.
And that was a name that we were talking about before we went on air. He didn't.
The whistle, that's important.
As fumble on the play as Brett Howard got back on it for a loss. As the second unit now in there with Andale with a commanding 54-0 lead, nearing 7 minutes to go here in the first half. A loss back to the 29. So a loss of 6. So 2nd down and 16 as El Dorado will look like they were bringing some pressure on the line as Brett Howard in at quarterback. And Andale's going to cut here near side is Kepner Kupker, and he is in for a touchdown, 29 yards. So Andale now has 60 on the board, 60-0, 6:33 to go here in the first half.
Excellent job. Got a lot of blocking down the field again, but even at the initial point of contact, there was good offensive line play again. So we are seeing our young kids doing an excellent job, just like in the first group.
So Kupker with his first touchdown of the season. Here's Seth Fernandez to kick an extra point to try and make it 61-0, and we have a timeout. Timeout, Andale. Let's get a 30-second break in. We'll come back in 30 with the PAT. 60-0 Indians, 6:32 to go here in the first half. Back in 30 from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Andale football on Ad Astra Radio.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value.
Yeah.
Schedule a personal campus tour today. Visit hutchcc.edu/campus tour.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed or embroidered? Hi, this is Tyler with 37 Print Company in Hutch. Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, we've got you covered. Check out our work on our Facebook page at 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Ad Astra Radio.
Back with the PAT attempt as Seth Fernandez, as Brett Hauer is the holder. It's in between the hashes. As Andale leads 60-0 at 6:32 to go. Placement is down. Kick is on the way for Fernandez. It is up and through for the senior Seth Fernandez. 61-0, 6:32 to go here in the first half. And Dan Buchanan, we did see some kicking done last week in the black and gold scrimmage.
So you're hoping that you can work on different things. This is another opportunity. Worked on the kicking game. They're trying different kickers here, even in the kickoff. So this is good. Good chance for everyone.
Dan Buchanan, I need to give you a key score update because it involves Collegiate and Wellington, who are playing tonight. Let's get you a Bueller Dental Care scoreboard update. Bueller Dental Care providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Wellington leads Collegiate 14-0.
Interesting score. Hard to tell on a first game. I have no idea on either way which I thought team would win, so we'll worry about that down the road, but still an interesting score.
Yes. And Andale goes to Collegiate in 3 weeks, and Wellington comes to Andale next Friday night. Here's the kick away by Andale. It's Austin Bugner with the kickoff and the return, and not even going to go nowhere as Andale had defenders there, eluded one tackle, but not a second or a third, and that was Hunter Conrad on the return, and El Dorado will take over 1st and 10, own 18. At 6:25 to go in the first half. 61-0 Indians.
Definitely have a different group in throughout here the rest of this quarter. And just like in the last series, let's see what happens with their fundamentals, see if they maintain, read their keys, and see if we can gain something from watching them on live and then later on film.
Most definitely. Bolin back in at quarterback. Quick pass here near side. Westcott has some running room as he got a good block over there near side. Late flag thrown here near side at the 20. As Westcott got a block by his fellow teammate Kingston Klein here near side, as he got forced out of bounds past the 25, and let's see and it's going to be a hold on El Dorado. So 10 yards from the spot.
Yeah, the outside corner was trying to press, trying to make sure he had containment. Dayton King did his job. He was trying, but he was being held, so he was unable to make the tackle. But overall, he was trying to do what he was supposed to.
So it's a spot foul back to the 10-yard line As it can be 1st and 18 from the 10. Still got 6:15 to go here in the first half. Andale leads 61-0. Andale bringing the house. It's a rush to the right side. Conrad, late flag thrown again here near side.
Strong penetration by inside linebacker, disrupted the entire play. We'll see what happens with the flag.
Face mask on the Indians. So it'll be a first down on the 15-yard penalty. And that is the second first down of the evening for the homestanding El Dorado Wildcats. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra radio app powered by Nextech Wireless, the latest phones and devices at the best prices. So 1st and 10 for El Dorado, own 24. Bolin in the gun, 2 backs, 1 tight, far side, 1 receiver. Play action for Bolin. Bolin pressure coming, and it's incomplete. Incomplete, was looking for Cameron Fullerton, but some pressure there by Andale in the secondary.
Yeah, excellent pressure by the defense, causing the quarterback to throw up pretty quick. And once again, good coverage, good read by the defensive backs for Andale.
Bolin now 3 for 9 on the evening for 0 yards. El Dorado with 2 first downs, but negative 23 yards of total offense. Just past the halfway point, a quarter number 2, Andale leads 61-0. Ball's on the turf, and is it picked up by the Indians? Or did Conrad got back on it? Conrad got back on it as Brody Kelp was trying to get there to get on top of that football and put Andale in the red zone. But instead, it's a 3rd down and long for El Dorado.
Same thing we've seen throughout the night. El Dorado struggling to try to get things going. But at the same time, Andale is doing a good job. Strong penetration by inside defensive line. Linebackers doing their keys.
3rd and 14 for El Dorado. Bolin, 3-step drop, pressure coming, and ball's on the field, and going to roll. It's still in bounds, and it's going to get out of bounds, but they will say Andale football. Andale was able to get on that football before it rolled out of bounds, because, Dan, if it would have rolled out of bounds, it still would have been El Dorado football.
That would almost take a replay to find out if it really did go out of bounds. But credit to Andale. Once again, they just did a great job. Penetration, causing disruption in the backfield. Nothing that El Dorado can do if you're allowing the penetration that far.
I believe I saw Tobin Easter in there to get on top of that football, and maybe even Jackson Greer. Those were 2 of the guys there. So 1st and 10 for Andale, and this is left side, and he's in for a touchdown. Braden Spexart. Spexart, the sophomore, 3rd-string quarterback. He's in for a 6. 67-0 on an 11-yard run. 5:05 to go here in the first half.
Excellent job. Play they've run several times throughout the evening. Once again, great blocking.
Well, and you got to know, there's got to be other linemen that's been able to rotate into this football game. Now, I believe Austin Bugner is going to be able to attempt an extra point here. Here's the placement down, flag thrown far side. Kick is through, but it is pending the marker, and I believe they said encroachment on El Dorado. That was the indication far side, and I can see it across the way here at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex. They're going to wave off the flag. 68-0 Andale, 5:05 to go here in the first half. El Dorado with the football when we come back. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Andale football on Ad Astra Radio.
Here's a bright idea. Don't get a mullet. If you're not sure why, ask the nearest responsible adult.
Let's all agree that some things are best left in the past, like getting internet through copper cable. Instead, get IdeaTek high-speed fiber internet. Modern, fast, and reliable. Progress happens when we leave worse stuff in the past. Stuff like cable internet, mullets. Progress. Another bright idea from IdeaTek. Get fast, modern IdeaTek internet at ideatech.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
Well, the Andale Indians take advantage of a fumble, and that's their second score off a turnover here tonight as Braden Spexart with the 11-yard touchdown up the left side, making it 68-0 at 5:05 to go here in the first half. Here's Kingston Klein at the 10, and ball's on the turf again, and they might have this again. And this might be a +3 in the turnover, and it's Indian football back where they just got it. A +3 in the turnover battle, Dan Buchanan, and the Indians will have it back in the red zone, 68-0, 4:57 to go, first half.
I think people need to understand that Andale has 66 or so players suited up tonight, and already I am going to guess that almost every 66 player, all of them have played at this stage already. It's not like he's just playing the same group in the first group over and over.
So 1st and 10 for Andale as the run to the 1, and got to see who that was.
Noah Stanley.
Stanley back in there. So Noah getting some work again here on this drive, and that's Noah's third carry of the night. He scored 3 two-point conversions. It's a gain of 10 for a First National Bank first down. First National Bank is first for you. And in for the touchdown, it's a 1-yard plunge as Andale with another on the board. 74-0, 4:37 to go as they went quick to work, Dan. They say Spexart?
Who's ever playing quarterback at this stage, we think it was Braden Spexart, but hard to tell. They come out of the huddle so quick, characteristic of Andale football. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Well, I see Brett Hauer was in a quarterback, and the two-point conversion diving far side is Alex Krause, and the two-point conversion no good. So 74-0, 4:37 to go here in the first half. So we're going to give Brett Howard the 1-yard plunge. I know the PA said Spexart.
Okay.
Well, for Spexart, that would be his second touchdown of the night. 74-0, 4:37 to go here in the first half, and he knew Andale was going to put some points up here tonight, and they are certainly doing that here on the road in the 2025 opener.
68 points a year ago, 74 this year. Makes it tough for El Dorado to get something positive out of this game. Andale has played their players. They're using their entire sideline.
Well, and I mean, El Dorado is going to have some work to do, as Coach Adelhart said in a capsule he sent to me. His key games of the year for them at Clearwater and at Abilene. They go to Clearwater next week before they come back here 2 weeks to take on Collegiate. And they have Wellington week 8 here in El Dorado. Here's the kick away, and Conrad had it on his fingertips and took a bounce, and he's going to take it out to 1, up to the 5 far side. Broke a tackle. Ball's on the turf again. Andale might have this again. Could it be the 4th turnover of the night? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. A 4-pack of fumbles for the Andale Indians, recovering it, and they are going to be first and goal at 4:28 to go, leading 74-0. They want to put another on the board here, and they could surpass 80 with this next score.
So they will spot the ball where, and we do have an injury timeout. There is a player down. And this injury timeout is brought to you by Pile Law. Have you been injured at work or in a car wreck? Pile Law takes the time to explain your options and get you the benefits you deserve. Pile Law. So as got a player out of bounds at the 8-yard line of El Dorado. I'll tell you what, let's squeeze in a 30-second break since we do have this injury timeout. We'll come back with the resumption of this game once the injury is off the field. So Andale leads 74-0, 4:28 to go here in the first half. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Andale football on Ad Astra Radio.
Nurses partner with a staffing agency that puts you first. Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing offers top weekly pay, full benefits, and a nurse-owned team that's available 24 hours a day. Whether you want travel, local, contract, or PRN shifts, let Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing help you find the right fit so you can focus on providing that exceptional patient care. Apply now with Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing at ckmedicalstaffing.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
Back in El Dorado, as we do have the injured player walking under his own power, and I believe that from this vantage point, Kingston Klein. We will get you some scores at halftime. We'll get you some more scores from across the Ad Astra Radio Network. We'll get you a Chiefs update. Also the Royals playing tonight. Big 3-game series for the boys in blue who take on Minnesota at the K. So Andale with first and goal from the 7. Spexart is the quarterback. Spexart looking over the middle, spins, and he's down to the 3-yard line. Spexart, 180, then another 180, and got positive yardage to the 3-yard line, gain of 5.
Great opportunity for these young guys to get some experience in a game situation instead of just in practice, so they're going to gain quite a bit from this.
As second and goal now for Andale from the 3. So I got to get some things adjusted into my stat app, and now we have a stoppage of play here at 3:43 to go. Timeout, Andale. Let's get another timeout in. Let's get another 30-second break in. Andale leads 74-0. 3:43 to go here in the first half. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Indian football on Ad Astra Radio.
Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the 2025 Ram 1500 is the strongest Ram 1500 ever. Certain models have up to 540 horsepower, best-in-class towing, and a luxurious interior featuring massaging leather seats and a 23-speaker Klipsch sound system. Get 10% off MSRP on select models. That's up to $8,000 off. Shop Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine, and as Mr. Samuels always said,
come by, let's be friends.
Ad Astra Radio.
3:43 to go here first half. Andale leads 74-0. They have scored on every possession they've had and have forced 4 turnovers. Spexart and balls on the turf in El Dorado. Did they get on it? No signal yet. And then Spexart just had a mishandled snap there and it landed on the turf. And El Dorado will take over first and 10, own 5.
Finally, a positive for El Dorado.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at the same time, another learning example, another learning experience for the Andale football. It'll be a positive before we get done. They'll figure it out.
And that's a young group that's going to learn, because when this senior class graduates, they're going to be the next man up. So they're going to learn from these mistakes when they've had the opportunity to play in a game like this where it's one-sided. So first and 10 for El Dorado from their own 5. Bolin in the gun, standing up at his own goal line, and blown up there and trying to get forward progress, but nowhere to go. The Indians read that. So I'm looking at some other guys. Emmett Eck.
This is what you like to see. I want to watch down in the interior defense and see what happens, to seeing if they're going to be able to control the line of scrimmage. And in that play, they definitely did.
I want to say loss for Conrad. And a loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. From the 3. So Bolin will be taking the snap in the gun. There's still 5 on the play clock. El Dorado still has 2 timeouts left here in the first half, and I believe Coach Adelhart will take one here. And they will take one here, one of their final 2. Let's just keep it right here. 2:51 to go here in the first half. Andale leads 74-0, and I know with covering the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League prior, the running clock takes place with a 45 point, or I think it's 40 or 45 point lead at halftime, and then it rolls the entire second half. I believe, just Dan, you might know more than I do.
I think that's true in 8-man football, but I'm not positive it is on the 11. I'd have to go back and take a look. I think you can only have the running clock, I believe, in 11-man if coach is in agreement, but at this stage,
I have done some games within the last couple of years that have been running clock the entire second half. I don't know if Coach Schmidt and Coach Adelhart agreed on something, but I guess we will see once we get out of halftime.
For Andale, this is a great chance, though, for these right here. This group right here, you're down inside the 5. You got them right there. This is
try to get a safety?
Good. Oh, no. I don't care about safety. I want to see if they're going to maintain what they're supposed to do. Are the inside linebackers going to stay at home? Are the corners going to be able to press and keep the containment on the inside?
They brought the house. Bolin in his own end zone is hauled in here near side. 5, 10. It's Conrad. And he is up past the 10 to the 11. It's a gain of 9, but it's going to be 3rd down and a short 3.
Good example of what we're talking about. People are in the right spots for Andale. Now you just got to complete the play.
So 3rd down and 3 for El Dorado at their own 12. 2:20 to go first half. Indians in command, 74-0. Still got a half to play before they'll turn their attention to the Crusaders of Wellington next week. Dropping back, Bolin is caught. No, it's incomplete. As Westcott was the intended target, as Bolin now 4 of 11 and now punting time. And the Indians have another chance. And with these young guys in here, maybe try to sustain a drive and go in the 2-minute drill.
Don't look at the scoreboard anymore. That's not what this is with these young guys in here. What you're trying to do is see if they are going to follow what they're supposed to, learning from practice, seeing if they're lining up in the right spots and so on. Scoreboard doesn't really matter at this stage once you get to 74 points.
Demo to punt it away. Brett Howard, the returner, and he's going to chase this one down. Takes a bounce and haul it in 40, 35-30. Watch out, 25-20. Far sideline, Brett Howard forced out of bounds at near the El Dorado 16. Connor Brett Howard with the return there. And Andale with 1:51 to work with here at the end of the half, leading 74-0. And by the way, Andale does get the football to start the second half too, because El Dorado won the toss and elected to take the football.
Same as on defense. Let's see if the interior line for Andale gets the blocking going that they need. They have in the last few series. Let's see if it keeps going.
So the Indians will have it, and it's a rush left side, and that is Javen Dansel, freshman.
Another group coming in. But if you were watching away from the ball, even that time, if you were watching on TV there, you will notice that people on the weak side, they're still blocking downfield. So even this group understands touchdown blocking, meaning you've got to maintain those blocks no matter whether you're on strong side or weak side.
Yep. Luckily enough, we get the video on our game and throughout the year here on Ad Astra Radio and Ad Astra TV. Cutting far side, 10, 5, and in for the touchdown. Emmett Heck from 13 yards out. 80-0, 105 to go in the first half.
It's a great example of excellent blocking. You should see probably, if you went back and looked at that play, at least 4 guys in front of the runner and 1 downfield, making sure that they're maintaining the block so they can get a touchdown. All comes back to Coach Schmidt was talking about we want to be the best blocking team in the state. Well, that doesn't hold true just for the olders. We want to make sure that the young learn the same principles.
Andale will go for 2. Brett Howard, did he mishandle the snap? And he did, but he was able to get back on it, so the 2-point conversion fails. But it's 80-0 with 105 to go in the first half. Let's just keep it right here as we get near halftime here from BG Products Veteran Sports Complex. Let's get you some scores real quick. Brought to you by Bueller Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Let's see. Canton Galva leading center, 34-0 at half. Axtell, now 53-game winning streak. 4-time defending state champions in 8-man 2. They defeat Linden Knight 52-6. Oh, my high school, the school that I used to cover, leads Pittsburgh 14-7. That's Emporia. Derby leads 14-7 over Hayes down in Derby. And that Emporia team, 19-game losing streak dating back to when they last won their playoff game in 2022 against Highland Park, where they put 83 on the board, and they still allowed 64. And that was Trey Richardson at Highland Park, and Trey Richardson went everywhere, was at Washburn, Hutch, JUCO, went to like Toledo, and I don't know where he's at now. Fernandez with the kick as we resume action here with about a minute to go. And the return by Maddox Super, and a late flag thrown here on the Andale side of the field. As Super got up to the El Dorado 25. Another update, Bueller Dental Care scoreboard update. Bueller Dental Care providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Garden Plain in the Renwick District leads Wichita Trinity 21-7. Wichita Trinity, coached by the Shadler, who was at Wichita State, then he went to go play at KU. Ryan Shadler. Heston native as well.
Best field position for El Dorado in quite a while. With the penalty, now they get to start on their own 40, give them a little bit better opportunity to try to get something going before half.
So the spot was at the 25 up to the 40, so it was a 15-yard penalty against the Indians. Bowen, play action, going to keep it here near side 40, dives forward to the 45. Initial stop there by Oliver Spexart, sophomore. Seeing a lot of different personnel in there for the Indians here late in the first half. As Bolin with a positive run there of 6 yards. His longest run of the night was 9.
They're going to attack on the outside a little bit more with this group, and so now it's going to be a challenge for our corners and our outside linebackers, see if they can maintain their keys.
So El Dorado trying to get in the Andale territory, but they're not. Oh, ball's on the field, and it's going to. Oh, it looked like it was going to be picked up by Easton Rieger there, but he was on his backside, and the ball was right by his back. But did El Dorado get back on it? They're rolling the clock. It's staying with the Wildcats, and the clock is now rolling at 10 seconds. A loss back to the
42-yard line, loss of 4 on a team rush, and El Dorado is not going to snap it, and that is how the first half ends. 80-0, Andale, the defending state champions in 3A. No problems here on the road, week number 1. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be in the First National Bank halftime show. Andale leads 80-0 from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Andale football on Ad Astra Radio.
Coverage of Indians football continues next with the First National Bank halftime report. First National Bank is first for you. Stream Indians football all season on the free Ad Astra Radio app.
Hi, I'm Daryl Miller, and whether you are a small business just starting out or an established company looking to grow and expand, you need a partner who understands your current and future business goals. At First National Bank, we make all of our loan decisions locally, and our commercial bankers have the knowledge and resources to find the right loan for your business. First National Bank of Hutchinson, always first for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If high fertilizer prices have you scratching your head, call our team of professionals at Heartland Soil Services and let us help you determine exactly what you need, where you need it, for all of your fertility needs. If you've grid soil sampled within the last 4 years, we've got the data to make the prescription to put your fertilizer exactly where you need it. Or, if you'd like to try a grid soil sample, call us today and we can help.
Heartland Soil Services.
And remember, unless you test, it's just a guess.
Get ready to fill the bucket and save, only at Prairie Land Partners John Deere. Get a 5-gallon bucket for just $3, and everything you pack inside is 15% off. Stock up on the essentials like cleaners, grease, fluids, adhesives, paint, hand tools, and more. Don't miss your chance to save on parts you use every day. Stop by your local Prairie Land Partners to fill your bucket and save. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Some restrictions apply.
Prairie Land Partners.
Hey there, fellow farmers. This is Jonathan Danzel with Integrity Ag. Whether you're dealing with nitrogen leaching, phos and micronutrient tie-up, or struggling with hard-to-kill weeds, we offer products and solutions that work. With high phos prices today, ask about our air drill ready humic and fulvic acid and black gypsum products to unlock the tied-up phos out in your fields. We are also your area Pivot Bio and LG Seeds dealer. Check us out on the web at www.integrityagsells.com.
With your halftime sports update, I'm Lucky Kid. The Kansas Jayhawks are invading the land of misery Saturday afternoon, heading to Columbia to take on the Missouri Tigers, renewing the border war, a game that has not been played since 2011. Kickoff will be around 2:30, while pregame at 1 on 94.7 KSKU. K-State Wildcats are going to have the Army invading Manhattan Saturday night. That game at 6 at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Each Army game honors one of the U.S. Army's components, and for this game, the Golden Knights will be honoring the 1st Infantry Division, headquartered right just down the road at Fort Riley. KCAC football schedule again includes a couple of border wars on Saturday. The Bethany Kansas Wesleyan game among them. That kicks off at 6, a pregame at 5:30 on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5. McPherson heading to North Newton to face Bethel. That's a 6 p.m. kickoff, pregame at 5:30 on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Sterling College Warriors head to Evangel Saturday evening. That game will be on 100.3 KNCS. The pregame will be at 5:30. The rest of the KCAC schedule on Saturday has Tabor at Southwestern, Ottawa at St. Mary, and Avila at Friends. The latter two games will be afternoon kickoffs. Hutchinson Community College begins defense of their NJCAA National Championship Saturday afternoon on the road as they travel to New Mexico Military Institute. That game kicks off at 1. Blue Dragon Volleyball and Soccer are both off this weekend. Sterling College Tennis is at the Bethany Invitational today and Saturday in Lindsborg. Warrior Volleyball is at the Central Baptist Tournament in Conway, Arkansas, and they will be playing today against Louisiana Christian and Dallas Baptist. We'll have the Ad Astra Radio scoreboard coming up right after this.
The new Reinke E3 uses high-strength steel because it's tried and true. Why mess with perfection? The industry's highest strength-to-weight ratio is used in all Reinke systems. At Reinke, you can take your pick from a range of materials to fend off corrosion and cater to your specific needs. Contact your local Reinke dealer, Bullseye Irrigation of Inman, today. Reinke uses common sense just like you do. Discover common sense. Discover the new E3. Bullseye Irrigation of Inman is your Reinke dealer. Reinke, more right than rain.
Andale Ready Mix has superior service, quality concrete, and cutting-edge equipment. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial jobs, large or small, they do it all. For your next concrete job, call today, 316-832-0063. Andale Ready Mix. This mud's for you. Andale Construction offers rolled compacted concrete, cement soil stabilization, and dirt services. They pride themselves on delivering products of paramount quality while maintaining the highest standards in order to achieve the best quality product and service for our customers. To see how Andale Ready Mix and Andale Construction can help you with your next project, go to Andale Ready Mix or AndaleConstruction.com.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today. Visit hutchcc.edu/campus tour.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed? Tired of overpaying with online companies? Hi, this is Tyler with 37 Print Co. in Hutch. Come see us and get your shirts printed locally. Check out our work on our Facebook page at 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Here's a bright idea. Getting what you paid for. If you paid for 500 megs, you should get 500 megs. If you paid for a gig, you should get a gig. There's too many people paying for 500 and getting 70. At IdeaTech, we think you should get what you paid for. No questions, no shenanigans. What a concept. Getting what you paid for. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Get fast, reliable IdeaTech fiber internet at ideatech.com.
Taking out the latest scores on the Ad Astra Radio scoreboard tonight, Hutch High and Andover Central are scoreless after one. Mulvane up on Bueller 13-12 in second. Inman leading Trinity Catholic 6-0 late second. Central Christian up on Sunrise Christian 28-0 in the second quarter. Conway Springs leading Nickerson in the second 20-13. Hillsboro leading Haven 6-0. Linden beats Pretty Prairie tonight 52-0. That game ended at halftime, and that was an early starting game. Beloit was up on Lyons 38-0. The last score we had there in the second quarter. Great Bend leading McPherson 28-0 in the second. Canton Galva right now up on Center 12-0. That game in the second quarter. Mountain after one led Bennington by a score of 14-7. Halstead and Heston tied up at 7 tonight in one of the rivalry games going on tonight. Chitty and Holcomb also tied in the second quarter. They're knotted up at 6. Southeast of Saline is leading Minneapolis 14-0 at the end of one quarter. And those are the scores that we have in right now on the Ad Astra Radio scoreboard. Stay with us. We'll keep you up to date on the scores as they do come in this evening. The Kansas City Chiefs trailing the Los Angeles Chargers 7-0 in the first quarter in their game down in Brazil. And in the top of the fifth, the Royals leading the Twins 2-0. Stay with us. We'll have more sports scores for you as we go through the evening. From the Ad Astra Sports Desk, I'm Lucky Kid.
This is the First National Bank Halftime Report. On the way, we'll recap tonight's first half. Ad Astra TV brings you live video of tonight's game on the Ad Astra radio app.
At Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing, we believe every patient deserves a caring nurse by their side. As a nurse-owned, family-operated agency, we work around the clock to place compassionate, experienced nurses where they are needed most. Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing, where quality care is a call away. Call today at 316-204-0845. That's 316-204-0845 for Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing.
Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine in Hutchinson. We take pride in supporting our community and being committed to our customers. Don Glassby here to let you know dependability of your vehicle is very important to us. Our top-notch service team is ready anytime your vehicle needs attention. Visit us online at AlanSamuelsHutch.com. Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, where there's always a warm cup of coffee waiting, and as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends.
First National Bank is always open. We've made it easier than ever to conduct your banking from your smartphone, tablet, or laptop. Download our app and log right in, or head to our website at fnbhutch.bank. Apply for a loan or open an account over your lunch break or from the comfort of home. Electronic banking everywhere you are. Get started at fnbhutch.bank. First National Bank of Hutchinson, always first for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If high fertilizer prices have you scratching your head, call our team of professionals at Heartland Soil Services and let us help you determine exactly what you need, where you need it, for all of your fertility needs. If you've grid soil sampled within the last 4 years, we've got the data to make the prescription to put your fertilizer exactly where you need it. Or, if you'd like to try a grid soil sample, call us today and we can help.
Heartland Soil Services.
And remember, unless you test, it's just a guess.
Ad Astra Radio.
Welcome back to El Dorado, alongside Dan Buchanan and our camera operator, Reed Huckins, and also our studio engineer back at the Ad Astra Central in Hutch, Tyler. So we will just want to get those guys in, a little shout out as well. And I'm Dylan Sherwood as Andale leads 80-0. We'll recap this first half real quick. All Andale as Sam Harp with 3 touchdowns, Lane Parmenter with a touchdown. Sam Harp had a 38-yard touchdown to Cruz Kaiser as Drayden Dansel with a touchdown run. Jack Horsch with the punt return for a score. Koopker with a 29-yard run. Spexart with a pair of touchdown runs. And Emmett Eck with a run there at the tail end of the first half, making it 80-0. And Horsch, Allaire, and Stanley, all of those guys with multiple 2-point conversions as Andale. Let's look at the numbers here, as a lot of these are unofficial, but we'll just go with what I have so I get it loaded up. As Andale rushes for 221 yards in the first half, 59 through the air on 2 of 3 passing, 280 yards, as the Indians did have a fumble late in that first half, and they were penalized 3 times for 45 yards. For El Dorado, negative 18 yards of total offense. They have 9 passing yards to negative 27. They have 4 fumbles on the night. They were penalized 2 times for 15 yards, individual numbers. Super, 3 for negative 8. Also, Bolin, 10 for negative 2. 2 team rushes for negative 6. Conrad, 3 for negative 9. Markowitz, 1 for negative 2. Bolin, 4 of 11 for 9 yards. His leading target is Conrad, 2 for 11. Those are our stats. And Dan, we want to talk about what else is happening in Indian land, Andale, with all the other sports. The volleyball team, what a great start for them. They went 5-0 at the AVCTL preseason tournament in Hutchinson last Saturday, and then on Tuesday they went to Mulvane and picked up 2 wins over Mulvane and McPherson. So the Andale Lady Indians with a pair now 7-0 on the year, and they have a busy week next week.
Yeah, and let's go back to last Saturday. This is the teams they defeated last Saturday in the Ark Valley at Hutchinson: Andover, Dodge City, Goddard, Hutchinson, Campus. So that's a great start to the varsity. Great start, and then followed up by the JV winning also on Tuesday by beating McPherson and Mulvane, followed by the freshmen beating McPherson and Clearwater on Thursday with only a loss to Buehler in 3 sets. So overall, great job by the start of the volleyball team. And they are coming up on tomorrow. JV's playing at Circle at 9 a.m. And if you want to get up even earlier, you can go watch at Andover Central and watch the freshmen.
Awesome. Varsity back in action Tuesday, and they try at Circle against the T-Birds in Clearwater, and they'll go to a very competitive Valley Center tournament next Saturday. Girls golf, they were third at Heston on Thursday as they shot 389 as a team, finishing behind TMP out of Hayes and Heston. And Sadie Allward, medalist honors for Andale, tied for ninth with a 93. They'll go to the Andover Central Tournament, Sierra Hills Golf Course, Tuesday. Cross country started their season yesterday, and the boys had 5 place in the top 20 at Clearwater yesterday, led by Jack Cutler winning the boys 5K 17:07.87. So congrats to the cross country guys as they head to the Heston Invitational coming up on Thursday, and that's usually one of the unique cross country meets in the state.
Excellent start by the cross-country group, and the boys, like you said, ended up, they had 4 of them in the top 10 on that night, and probably they didn't keep team scores, but I think they would have won it easily if they would have on that group. The girls ended up running 2 miles, and with the junior-senior group got a 9th and a 16th and a 26th, and then they also ran on the freshman-sophomore. And they're coming, like I said, both boys and girls will be at Heston on Thursday for the cross-country.
Awesome. And we'll have weekly reps on @astraradio.com and probably get this one up this weekend since there's no weekend festivities. We will have a recap of tonight's game later on tonight at @astraradio.com as well. They are resetting the clock for 3 minutes. We will see if it is going to be a running timer the entire second half with the game being 80-0. Let's get you some scores real quick across the @Astra Radio Network as well as across the state. Brought to you by Bueller Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. My high school alma mater now tied with Pittsburgh 14-14. Mayor's Cup between Salina Central and Salina South at Salina Stadium tonight. The Mustangs leading the Cougars 21-14. Other scores, hold on. New app that I'm using to get scores. But let's see. Final score, Canton Galva defeats Center tonight 48-0. Smoky Valley leads Larned 8-6. That is late third quarter. Hutch High leading Andover Central 7-0. Inman leading Trinity Catholic 12-0. That's at the end of 3. Central Christian leading Sunrise 56-14. Great Bend leading McPherson 35-7. Last check, Bueller was leading Mulvane 2018, early third quarter. In our pro teams, as the Chiefs are playing here tonight in Brazil, as the Chiefs are trailing 13-6 to the Chargers at halftime in Brazil. Chiefs got some work to do. Bobby Witt Jr. has exited the game in Kansas City as the Royals playing game 1 of their 3-game series with the Minnesota Twins tonight. Royals lead 2-1, top of the 8 at Kauffman. As other things happening this weekend, big boy game, KU, Mizzou, border war, 2:30. And we'll have that game on our respective @Astra radio stations. You can go to @astraradio.com/broadcast booth for our broadcast schedule there. Also, K-State taking on Army tomorrow in Manhattan as K-State. Don't know if anyone thought they would be 1-1 after what North Dakota had to offer them last weekend in Manhattan. So El Dorado won the toss, and they received. So Andale will get the football to start the second half. Final couple of seconds here before we start half number 2, and we'll just see if the clock continues to roll once the kickoff is blown dead.
Hey, real quick before it starts, on Monday for football, we'll have JV at Cheney.
Okay.
And then also we have split squads because we have enough players we'll have 2 JV games that night, the JV at Cheney, and then another group, freshmen will play at 5 versus May South at Andale. And then at 6:30, JV, a different group, will be playing El Dorado at Andale. So opportunity for some young players to get some more experience come Monday night.
Awesome. And the Andale varsity squad will be back in action next Friday night. Home opener against Wellington. We'll have that game for you here on Andale Radio. It's a squib kick, onside kick, but it's going to be kicked out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds, and Andale will take over probably where it was at, because it was at the 35, and it's going to roll. So as my friend Chuck Cheney, who gave you some notes on El Dorado, gave me some notes as well. He was wondering about the score here. So, but it's 80-0 here, as the Indians will take over at their own 35. So just underway with a rolling timer here in half number 2 with an 80-0 Andale lead. They will spot the ball here near hash, own 38. Let's look at
5. Looks like Specsarth at quarterback.
All right. Specsarth will hand it off left side and got some running room. 50, 45 into El Dorado territory. Luke Martin with the run there for a First National Bank first down. First National Bank is first for you.
And we're starting the second half with the young players with the running clock. So once again, we'll get a chance to see some excellent fundamentals, see if we're going to be able to sustain blocks. And like they did on that first play, that's exactly what we're looking for.
There's a gain of 24. Martin, Specsarth will hand it right side, looking for some running room up to the 30. That is Judd Eck, another sophomore, with the run, and that's a gain of 12 and another First National Bank first down. First National Bank is first for you.
As we ended the first half, once again, this is a good chance to watch. See how many people block until the whistle. Are they going to sustain their blocks? And you can see how open our backs are, meaning that the linemen are doing their job.
2 minutes into the third quarter, in a rolling clock scenario here in the second half, and there's movement up front. I think I saw a little flinch on the left side of the line, Dan. Oh, they're going to say encroachment on El Dorado. Free 5 yards there. Maybe a little hard count there by Braden Specsarth.
Not positive.
Not positive.
Sure.
So it'll be 1st and 5 for the Indians at the 26 of El Dorado. 9:20 to go in the third. 80-0 Andale, number 1 team in 3A. En route to their 14th consecutive win. Handoff right side inside the 20 to the 15, dragging defenders inside the 15 to about the 13. Emmett Eck with the run, and another First National Bank first down. First National Bank is first for you. They will spawn at the 13, so Eck with his second run of the night of 13 yards. Andale in the red zone, 8:40 to go. In quarter number 3, Specs are quick to the line. And he'll keep it. 10, spins again, inside the 10 to about the 9. A gain of 4 for Specsart, who has a pair of touchdowns in this football game.
By having the quarterback run, you get another extra blocker out in front, gives him opportunity to gain some ground. It looks like 5 yards that time.
It is inside the 10 to the 9. We near 8 minutes to go in the third. 80-0 Andale. The Indians quick to the line with Braden Specsart. Toss sweep, right side, and go walk in. Touchdown Andale. Luke Seiler with the 9-yard touchdown run to make it 86-0 at 7:50 to go, quarter number 3.
You got to like that. You got to enjoy the fact that this group came out, nothing changed, maintained their blocks, did excellent job, good running, good Andale football.
And another Andale Indian into the scoring column here tonight, 86-0, 7:43 to go, and the Indians will try to put crazy eights on the board and trying to put a pair of eights at 88. Spexart under center with 3 backs. So they're trying to get a 2-point conversion here. And Spexart will hand it left side in for 2. That was that Judd Eck? I believe it was. Judd Eck with a 2-point conversion, making it 88-0 at 7:27 to go here in the third quarter. And let's squeeze in a quick 30-second break. We do have a rolling clock, so we'll come back with more here from El Dorado. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Andale Football on Ad Astra Radio.
Fall projects piling up? Then it's time to gear up and save big at Prairieland Partners John Deere. Right now, get up to $6,500 off select compact utility tractors, plus $2,000 on select Gator utility vehicles. Whether it's chores, projects, or property maintenance, you'll be ready to tackle it all year long. Visit PrairielandPartners.com or stop by to learn more. Offer ends September 30th. Some restrictions apply. See Prairieland Partners for details.
Prairieland Partners.
Ad Astra Radio.
Nearing 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Andale leads 88-0. Stream live audio and video with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Nextech Wireless, the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Austin Bugner to tee it off from his own 40. 2 returns specialist back for El Dorado. And from the 10-yard line, Super dives forward to about the 25. Return of 15 there. Halfway gone by here, quarter number 3. All Indians at 88-0.
You have to give a lot of credit to the assistant coaches for having so many kids able to play, prepared, ready to go. They're doing an excellent job throughout their staff. Have a lot of experience. Tim Fairchild's been doing defense for quite a few years. And then the offensive line play with Coach Deegan, very, very, very important part of the whole system, having those experienced people on your staff.
Bowling in the gun as he's going to keep it. Here's a toss here near side, but blown up for a loss. Lost there, and Braden Spexart, and on the stop for Andale. Super with the carry on the toss here to the near side, loss of 1.
Great containment by the corner, making sure nothing got outside. Like I said earlier, they're going to probably attack a little bit more to the outside against this group, try to throw a little bit. We'll see if we can maintain and follow our keys here.
Second down and 11 for El Dorado, own 24. Handoff left side, Super past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 2. Third down and 9 coming up. Under 4.5 to go in the third quarter.
Nothing's changed. Interior's doing a great job no matter who has played, both the interior linemen and also the linebackers. Got to be impressed with the number of people going to the ball, tackling the football.
Get you a quick Bueller Dental Care scoreboard update. Bueller Dental Care providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Hoisington leading Pratt 21-8. Beloit leads Lions 46-0. Here's a pass over to Mill. It was on the fingertips of the wide receiver, DJ Mitchell. He had some green grass in front of him into the second level, but he just could not get it. And it's an incompletion and another punt for the homestanding El Dorado Wildcats.
There's an example of, looked like the tight end had a chance to get released down the middle with no one finding him, but it's something we can get from film and be able to figure out what adjustment needs to be done.
Dimmel back to punt it away. Back to return. It's Emmett Eck. And it's going to a good kick, and it's going to be downed at the 44 by Westcott of El Dorado. Good job there by Andale's Micah Layton. He was in the vicinity but did not touch that football.
Good
Just
one
good
to leave alone.
self-awareness there.
Yeah, good one to leave alone. Let it happen. We'll take it from the offense.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the third, 88-0, Andale. As the Indians will get out of here with a win and get ready for a huge game with Wellington coming up next Friday night. Last score update I had from that, Wellington was leading Collegiate 14-0. It looks like a new quarterback. Right side run to the 50 in El Dorado territory to the 49. Jackson Greer Jr. with the run there. So he gets a gain of 7 for the Andale Indians. And Dan, on my Excel spreadsheet that I have a lot of guys running the football, and it's pretty deep.
Great opportunity. We are finding out that there is future for Andale football, still going to be good.
Handoff, and it is Greer, or actually, no. This is Ashton Harp with the carry there. So another youngster in there. Or was that Weston Stanhope? Because there is the duplicate numbers for Andale. But it looked like it was a different jersey number than the varsity. So I believe that was Weston Stanhope, because Weston Stanhope is a running back. Oh, man, here's Eck. He's got daylight 20, 15, 10, 5, Emmett Eck, touchdown, Andale. 46-yard run. Emmett Eck with a second touchdown of the night. Makes it 94-0 with 37 seconds to go in the third.
Still special, no matter who you are, getting to play in a varsity game, and even more special to be able to score in a varsity game. Goes back to, though, right up the middle, excellent blocking.
As here is the keeper by the quarterback, and he dived forward. It is Javen Dansel with the 2-point conversion. Did they just put 100 up? That's not 100. It should be 96. 96-0. They think it's 100 because they put double zeros on the board. So 96-0 is the score. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll have the fourth quarter next. 96-0 Andale. The fourth quarter is next. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Andale football on Ad Astra Radio.
The new Renke E3 uses high-strength steel because it's tried and true. Why mess with perfection? The industry's highest strength-to-weight ratio is used in all Renke systems. At Renke, you can take your pick from a range of materials to fend off corrosion and cater to your specific needs. Contact your local Renke dealer, Bullseye Irrigation of Inman, today. Renke uses common sense just like you do. Discover common sense. Discover the new E3. Bullseye Irrigation of Inman is your Renke dealer. Renke, more right than rain.
Hey there, fellow farmers. This is Jonathan Danzel with Integrity Ag. Whether you're dealing with nitrogen leaching, phos and micronutrient tie-up, or struggling with hard-to-kill weeds, we offer products and solutions that work. With high phos prices today, ask about our air drill ready humic and fulvic acid and black gypsum products to unlock the tied-up phos out in your fields. We are also your area Pivot Bio and LG Seeds dealer. Check us out on the web at www.integrityagcells.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
Here's the kick away by Andale as Conrad at the 11. He mishandled it again. Ball's on the turf again. Did the Indians get this? And they might have it at the 10 of their own. Or 10 at the at El Dorado, and they have it again. So the scoreboard says 102, but it is 96-0 with 11:35 to go, and they might put 100 up. I have seen and heard about teams putting a lot of points up. Andale did it against what? Nickerson, my friend Billy Watson was texting me about that here a little bit ago. Here's a handoff and up the middle, diving. Did he get in? Yes. Touchdown, Andale, and over the century mark. Here, 11:04 to go. The run of 10 yards by Aiden Allaire. 102-0 with 10:52 to go. I did not think a debut would see 102 points on the board. Handoff, Stanhope, and he is in for the 2-point conversion. Scoreboard is saying 110.
I'll be honest, I quit looking at the scoreboard a few touchdowns back, so I can't help you on that one. I'm not sure what the score is.
And I think El Dorado personnel are probably, that are over here, they're probably like, yeah, the score is wrong. So 104-0 with 10 minutes to go. I don't know on our scoreboard on Ad Astra TV. I don't know if Will does say we are right at 104.
I hope people don't get the wrong idea. Andale has played their entire squad.
Yes.
And they started doing that early in the, not early in the first half, but some point in the first half. And now we have running clock, and they have only played young players throughout this whole second half. And they're just executing.
Yeah.
They're doing what they're supposed to do as football.
And Conrad from the 10 far side. And he's just going to take a touchback. 104-0, 9:10 to go.
Fundamental time. Read your keys, still do it. No matter, don't look at the scoreboard, keep track, watch what's going on. Get after it, tackle, block, do everything you're supposed to be doing that you've been doing in practice. Make it apply in the game.
So I don't know if Coach Adelhart he's going to keep his top guys in there as Bolin still in at quarterback with two backs, two tight far side, one near side. A 1st and 10 on 10 as Andale still bringing the pressure as Bolin almost blown up, missed tackle. He tossed it. And to the 20, 25, Conrad, 30, 30, 40, all 45 into, and a late flags are thrown all over the field. The horse collar, Andale was trying to deny the touchdown. And that is the biggest play of the night for El Dorado as Conrad broke loose. And they're going to be in Andale territory for the first time tonight as Bowen had the pressure coming. He tossed it to Hunter Conrad and had some daylight and got into Andale territory. And there's going to be a marker plus 15 for the Indians on a possible horse collar.
Andale had a chance, couldn't contain it. They ran a pitch to the outside. People were having a hard time filling from. They let the player get on the outside and weren't able to fill from the inside, so they made a good positive run for El Dorado. Crossed the 50 for the first time. Now they're picking up the flag, it looks like.
So it's a run to the 46 or 44. A run of 46 for El Dorado, their first double-digit play of the evening. and they still have 18 yards. Super blown up there far side. Good open field tackle there by Andale. As Oliver Spexhart denied Super cutting over far side.
Great pursuit. They're going to keep attacking to the outside. They got a little positive yardage on previous 2 plays. They keep attacking to the wide side of the field. So the pressure is on this corner, who's ever on the wide side, to see if you can contain it and then need to fill with the safety and outside linebackers.
2nd down and 10, El Dorado. Andale 44, far hash. Bowling in the gun, 2 receivers near side, 1 far side with 2 backs. 4 on the play clock, 6 minutes to go. Coach Ada Hart is going to burn a timeout, and that will stop the timer at 5:59 to go. Andale leads 104 to nothing. Let's take a quick 30-second break. We'll come back with the remainder of the 4th quarter after this. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, this is Andale Football on Astra Radio.
Andale Ready Mix has superior service, quality concrete, and cutting-edge equipment. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial jobs, large or small, they do it all. For your next concrete job, call today, 316-832-0063. Andale Ready Mix. This mud's for you. Andale Construction offers rolled compacted concrete, cement soil stabilization, and dirt services. They pride themselves on delivering products of paramount quality while maintaining the highest standards in order to achieve the best quality product and service for our customers. To see how Andale Ready Mix and Andale Construction can help you with your next project, go to Andale Ready Mix or AndaleConstruction.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
Well, El Dorado with a 2nd down and 10 from the Andale 44, 5:59 to go, as Andale leads 104 to nothing.
After the timeout, look for El Dorado to attack our secondary here with a little bit. They haven't passed in a while, so don't be surprised. Come out with that or run another option here to the wide side.
Bowling in the gun, 2 backs. As he's going to throw over the middle. Has a man, it's Mitchell. 1st down and breaking tackles left and right. Still loose inside the 20. And it's a 1st down for El Dorado as Mitchell, one of 3 seniors on this team. And El Dorado out with their, I forgot to mention this, Peyton Wright, their top defensive player, was out tonight with an injury.
Good play by El Dorado, positive yardage. Got to find their keys and pick up that tight end next time.
So Bolin in the gun. Bolin going to keep it, cutting far side, 20, 15, and forced out of bounds. Flag thrown in the backfield. Flag thrown by the white hat about the 18-yard line. And they're going to call holding on El Dorado. It's going to back them up 10. Just under 5 minutes to go with the Andale Indians. With 104 points on the board, the wealth is spread out tonight by the number 1 team in 3A. This wasn't the number 1 guys doing all the damage. It was from player number 1 to 79, 80 guys on the roster. Even more. So 66 on the varsity?
On the sophomore through senior, and then there's another 26. I don't know how many freshmen are here tonight.
So 2nd down and a long 20 as Bowen rolling, pressure coming. Sacked there at the 40. Big boy play there from Luke Seiler. He gets a big sack there.
Great job by the outside linebacker, making sure that he didn't allow the quarterback to get outside of him.
Well, Luke Seiler got a touchdown, and he adds a sack to his night.
Or in this case, the cornerback. He's playing corner, it looks like. So he read his keys, got to the quarterback, took care of things.
So 3rd and a mile, and I think the scoreboard operator said, I'm not counting the distance anymore. It's 3rd and a mile. Bowling, 3-step drop. Quick pass here near side. Super. Didn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. A loss of 2.
Good read by Jedek with the back coming out of the backfield.
And for Coach Adelhart, this has got to be still learning time for his key guys with a road trip to Clearwater next Friday. And Patrick Mahomes just scored a touchdown, everybody. So now everything's getting interesting in Brazil.
Look for him to throw back up the middle, looking for that tight end they had success to earlier.
So 4th down and it's 3rd down. That's 3-step drop. Bolin missed the snap. He's still loose, and he's going to be tackled there at the 30. 9-yard run, but I believe that was 4th down. They didn't reset the markers, but I guess they did say 3rd down. So, 4th down and still 20. So Bolin with a 9-yard run.
Very good open field tackle.
And we near the 2-minute mark. Andale leads 104-0, trying to wrap up a perfect night here in week 1. Bolin in the gun, 3-step drop. Looking over the middle and has a man. It is caught, or did they say incomplete? It is a catch, but it's going to be short of a 1st down. I believe it was Mitchell. Oh, he needed a yard. So Mitchell hauled it in. He needed 20, got 19, turnover on downs. And this has got to be victory formation for the Andale Indians. 90 seconds to go, and going to win this football game 104-0. We'll get you some scores real quick, and we do have our post-game show coming up, our @AstraRadio.com locker room show. We'll pick a play of the game and our player of the game, and Coach Dylan Schmidt going to come up and talk to us about tonight and get a little preview of next week with the home opener with Wellington coming to town. We'll try to get you a score update from there, but 50 seconds to go. About a 20-second differential between play and game clock. So just one knee here, Dan. And the Andale Indians are going to extend their winning streak to 14 and be 1-0 on the young season.
Excellent game by Andale Indians on an excellent facility. Great opening night. And we look forward to future games for the Indians.
Most definitely, as both teams walking towards the BG Products logo at midfield here at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex with the sportsmanship across the line, and that will do it. The number 1 team in 3A, it was an easy one for the Indians here on the road in week 1 of the 2025 season. They defeat El Dorado tonight 104-0. Let's take a break. The @AstraRadio.com locker room show is next. The Indians win it 104-0 from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Andale football on @Astra Radio.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier 2-year educational institution in Kansas.
I can show you.
Value. Schedule a personal campus tour today. Visit hutchcc.edu/campus tour.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed? Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, 37 Print Co. in Hutch has you covered. Hi, I'm Amanda. Check out our work on Facebook, 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
@Astra Radio.
Back at El Dorado as we are in the @AstraRadio.com locker room show. Special thanks to Reed Huckins, our camera operator on @Astra TV. Will Tate with some assistance here tonight as well. He'll be with us next week for our season home opener next week in Andale as the Crusaders of Wellington come to town with Dan Buchanan and with our studio engineer back in Hutchinson, as I know Heath Schroeder with some help and Tyler also back there, and I'm Dylan Sherwood, and I'll have Dan put the headset back on as just give you we'll get you some thoughts, and then I'll tally up our stats, and then we'll do our play of the game and our player of the game honors. But Dan Buchanan, you knew what this football team had to offer, and a good senior class back, and we got to see a lot of players play here tonight, and you get to see the future of the program when the game's out of hand.
Opportunity to play on one of the best facilities in the state, so all the players can walk away feeling good about themselves. Coaches should be feeling very good overall with how well they prepared this team getting ready for the first game. Doesn't really matter the overall score as much as to see how well Andale started the game and were able to maintain that and kept the Wildcats on their own, inside of their own 50 throughout the night. And then also the advantage of being able to play everybody on your squad extended minutes. That's always what a plus, and keeps everybody positive going into next week to practice. And overall, didn't notice any health problems or any injuries coming out of the game, so that's an added bonus if that's really true, and I hope it is as we get ready for Wellington and also some big games next for our young players also on Monday night.
Yes, most definitely. Andale wins it 104-0 over El Dorado. The Indians 1-0 on the young season. They'll turn their attention to the Wellington Crusaders next Friday night, home opener for the Indians. Only home game for Andale in the month of September. And then they'll be on the road 3 consecutive weeks. And won't be home again until October 10th when they take on Smoky Valley. And then they'll go back on the road for a road game to Wichita Trinity, and then senior night against Heston in week 8. So you want to see this football team in Andale next week. The best home field advantage in the state. As I would presume everyone's going to be coming out to Andale next week to see a huge game with Andale and Wellington, which was a dandy of a ball game last year from what I heard. I think it was, 56-48 or something like that, Dan?
It was the most points that a team scored on a year ago against Andale.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's take another break here in the AdAstraRadio.com locker room show. We'll pick a player of the game, play of the game, and Dylan Schmidt is on his way up here. We'll have a chance to talk to him as well as Andale wins it over El Dorado 104-0 from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Andale football on AdAstra Radio.
Nurses partner with a staffing agency that puts you first. Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing offers top weekly pay, full benefits, and a nurse-owned team that's available 24 hours a day. Whether you want travel, local, contract, or PRN shifts, let Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing help you find the right fit so you can focus on providing that exceptional patient care. Apply now with Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing at ckmedicalstaffing.com.
Here's a bright idea: predictable billing. At Idea Tech, you sign up for a plan, you get the speed you paid for, and you know what you'll pay. No nasty surprises hiding in the fine print. No wondering why your bank account is suddenly $60 lighter. At Idea Tech, you get what you paid for and pay what you expect to. No fine print shenanigans. Predictable billing. Another bright idea from Idea Tech.
It's simple. Get IdeaTech fiber internet at ideatech.com.
Hi, I'm Melanie Block. First National Bank is here to help your business by offering a variety of services to manage and improve your cash flow. Our business banking team is a trusted partner in the community, here to provide solutions to the challenges your business faces so you can achieve all your business goals. From small to large businesses, we have the knowledge and power to help you succeed. First National Bank of Hutchinson, always first for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the 2025 Ram 1500 is the strongest Ram 1500 ever. Certain models have up to 540 horsepower, best-in-class towing, and a luxurious interior featuring massaging leather seats and a 23-speaker Klipsch sound system. Get 10% off MSRP on select models. That's up to $8,000 off. Shop Alan Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine. And as Mr. Samuels always said,
Come by, let's be friends.
This is the AdAstroRadio.com Locker Room Show. Coming up, we'll name tonight's play and player of the game. Find the best local sports coverage at AdAstroRadio.com. Home to the Andale Indians.
Get ready to fill the bucket and save only at Prairieland Partners John Deere. Get a 5-gallon bucket for just $3 and everything you pack inside is 15% off. Stock up on the essentials like cleaners, grease, fluids, adhesives, paint, hand tools, and more. Don't miss your chance to save on parts you use every day. Stop by your local Prairieland Partners to fill your bucket and save. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Some restrictions apply.
Prairieland Partners.
If high fertilizer prices have you scratching your head, call our team of professionals at Heartland Soil Services and let us help you determine exactly what you need, where you need it, for all of your fertility needs. If you've grid soil sampled within the last 4 years, we've got the data to make the prescription to put your fertilizer exactly where you need it. Or, if you'd like to try a grid soil sample, call us today and we can help.
Heartland Soil Services.
And remember, unless you test, it's just a guess.
The new Ranke E3 uses high-strength steel because it's tried and true. Why mess with perfection? The industry's highest strength-to-weight ratio is used in all Ranke systems. At Ranke, you can take your pick from a range of materials to fend off corrosion and cater to your specific needs. Contact your local Ranke dealer, Bullseye Irrigation of Inman, today. Ranke uses common sense just like you do. Discover common sense. Discover the new E3. Bullseye Irrigation of Inman is your Ranke dealer. Ranke, more right than rain.
Hey there, fellow farmers. This is Jonathan Danzel with Integrity Ag. Whether you're dealing with nitrogen leaching, phos and micronutrient tie-up, or struggling with hard-to-kill weeds, we offer products and solutions that work. With high phos prices today, ask about our air drill ready humic and fulvic acid and black gypsum products to unlock the tied-up phos out in your fields. We are also your area Pivot Bio and LG Seeds dealer. Check us out on the web at www.integrityagcells.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
Back on the AdAstroRadio.com Locker Room Show. Andale wins it 104-0 as Coach Dylan Schmidt has made his way up to our box here at BG Products Veteran Sports Complex. And Coach, you were able to come in here, do what you guys wanted to do, and spread the wealth, get the top guys out, and see a lot of young pups play here tonight on in a really good facility, and execute everything you wanted here tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with what you're saying. That's exactly what we wanted to do, is get in here and take care of business early, and I thought our stars did a good job. And we had 91 kids out for football, and I bet we played pretty close to 91 guys. So that becomes a little bit of a challenge, just managing kids in and managing kids out. But our staff does such a great job of that. Had a turnover there, I think, late, which down on the goal line wasn't happy about. But that's just part of young kids getting in and learning. And but the thing that matters most to us is the effort, and that was there from our young guys to our old guys. Everybody was ready to go. And so as much as it got out of hand or whatever you want to say there. I don't know that we could have done things different. We're trying to get guys reps and get guys in, and I was proud of our kids' effort. So enjoyable night from that sense of getting a lot of kids in and letting them enjoy all the work that they've put in.
And doing everything in all three phases of the game. You get the special teams touchdown from Jack Horsch there in the second quarter, and of course, there on kickoffs, you were able to recover a couple fumbles there that led to scores as well.
Yeah, we had a lot of short fields there. It was a tough night with the rain and kind of handling the ball there. And kicking game improved as the night went on. We had a few that we kicked out of the bounds there early that I wasn't happy about. But both of our kickers there got it going, and were able to put some kind of down by the 10 or 5-yard line. And then, with the rain, made it hard to handle. And so we were able to come away with some of those, have some short fields. But, Jack Horsch, what a play there. We're yelling for everybody to get away, and he has good sense and, good ball skills there to just kind of one-hop it and then take off, and he's off to the races, made some nice moves there. And we had some great blocking up front too, so really good effort there from Jack and great play.
And what about Sam Harp's touchdown pass? Because he was going for Jack Horsch there, and then here comes Cruz Kaiser out of nowhere. a few yards deeper, hauled it in when he was just in there. So good play from the sophomore too.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about the spacing there on the routes, that's for sure. But, two basketball guys there know how to go get the ball. So happy for Cruz to go attack the ball in the air. I was kind of giving Jack a hard time about it. But good for Cruz, and goes and gets the ball because there was an El Dorado defender there too. And that's how you attack the ball in the air and go get it. And then Cruz makes a great play there. So happy for Sam to get a touchdown pass there. He's a guy that we can do a lot of things with, and obviously happy for Cruz to be able to get a touchdown reception.
And now you turn your attention to Wellington next week. Hopefully have a big crowd at home.
Yeah, I hope so. They're a heck of a team. Obviously last year we have a great battle with them, kind of knockdown, drag out, shootout type game. And they got a really good team. They're big up front. Already, looked a little bit at the roster kind of as, in the preseason stuff. And so I know they'll have a good team. And like I said, that was one of our closest games, or our closest game last year. And so should be quite the game for the first home game. Hope the fans come out and support, and I know they will.
Yeah, the only home game in the month of September too, because then here you go, 3 more weeks and won't be at home. And so good opportunity for the home crowd to support one of the best teams in the state, one of the best home field advantages too.
Yeah, and I didn't see how the Wellington Collegiate game ended up. But I know they were leading, or that's what I heard, and so I'm going to assume they.
Yeah, last check, I have Wellington leading 26-13.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, Collegiate's obviously got a good team too, and those are 2 of the better teams that we play, and 2 of the teams we circle on our calendar every year. That it's going to be a tough matchup, and so we're excited.
Awesome. Coach, congratulations on the win number 98 at Andale. 101 and 100 was special last November at Hutch. As you get things rolling here with win number 1 of 2025. Congrats on the win tonight. Safe travels back home, and can't wait to see the home field advantage for the first time next week.
Dylan, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Coach Dylan Schmidt joining us here on the AdAstraRadio.com Locker Room Show. Let's get you the stats real quick, and then we'll take a final break. We'll get you some other scores and wrap it up here from El Dorado. As real quick, let's do our play of the game real quick, as our play of the game is brought to you by Jonathan Dansel Integrity Ag. Offers personalized soil nutrient solutions online at integrityagsales.com. We're going with Jack Horsch's 28-yard punt return for a score. 9:14 to go in the second quarter. Our player of the game is going across the offensive line. Set the tone. Emery Kraft, Brody Winter, Rick Bertamati, Trey Homertime, and Caden Fowler setting the tone. Those are our players of the game. Brought to you by Andale Ready Mix. Andale Ready Mix. This mud's for you. Take our final break. When we come back, we'll have final comments and get you ready for next Friday night, the home opener with Wellington. Andale wins it 104-0 at El Dorado. We're back after this from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Indian Football on AdAstraRadio.com.
More of the AdAstraRadio.com Locker Room Show after this. Ad Astra TV brings you live video of tonight's game on the Ad Astra Radio app. Andale Indians football on Ad Astra Radio.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier 2-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today. Visit hutchcc.edu/campus tour.
Do you need custom shirts, hoodies, polos, or other apparel printed or embroidered? Hi, this is Tyler with 37 Print Company in Hutch. Whether it's for your sports team, business, or church, we've got you covered. Check out our work on our Facebook page at 37 Print Co. We print shirts.
Andale Ready Mix has superior service, quality concrete, and cutting-edge equipment. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial jobs, large or small, they do it all. For your next concrete job, call today, 316-832-0063. Andale Ready Mix. This mud's for you. Andale Construction offers rolled compacted concrete, cement soil stabilization, and dirt services. They pride themselves on delivering products of paramount quality while maintaining the highest standards in order to achieve the best quality product and service for our customers. To see how Andale Ready Mix and Andale Construction can help you with your next project, go to Andale Ready Mix or AndaleConstruction.com.
At Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing, we believe every patient deserves a caring nurse by their side. As a nurse-owned, family-operated agency, we work around the clock to place compassionate, experienced nurses where they are needed most. Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing, where quality care is a call away. Call today at 316-204-0845. That's 316-204-0845. For Caring for Kansas Medical Staffing.
Here's a bright idea. Don't get a mullet. If you're not sure why, ask the nearest responsible adult. Let's all agree that some things are best left in the past, like getting internet through copper cable. Instead, get IdeaTek high-speed fiber internet. Modern, fast, and reliable. Progress happens when we leave worse stuff in the past. Stuff like cable internet and mullets. Progress, another bright idea from IdeaTek.
Get fast, modern IdeaTek internet at ideatech.com.
Ad Astra Radio.
And back one final time here from BG Products Veteran Sports Complex in El Dorado. We're the number one team in Class 3A. One-sided victory for the Indians, 104-0, and kind of surpasses that game Andale had a couple years ago against Nickerson. But 104 points for the Andale Indians here in week number 1. Let's get you some scores real quick. Let's get you the stats real quick, as all of these are unofficial. Andale finishes with 417 yards of total offense, as El Dorado 68 yards, as Bolin with 7 of 15, 50 yards, as the leading rusher. Conrad 4 for 37, and Mitchell 2 catches, 43 yards, the top receiver. Andale was spread the wealth, as Emmett Eck had 72 yards rushing to lead the way. Sam Harp with 70 yards rushing. He had a couple of touchdowns. He also had that passing touchdown at 38 yards to Cruz Kaiser, as Andale wins it again here tonight, 104-0 over El Dorado, 1-0 on the season, and getting ready for a home game with Wellington next week. And let's get you some scores real quick. Brought to you by Bueller Dental Care. Bueller Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. Going to the fourth quarter in Brazil, the Chargers leading the Chiefs 20-12. You have time, and Mitch Holt is probably saying, put the hammer down there, as the Chiefs need a rally in the fourth quarter to try to go to 1-0 on the season. Also tonight, get you some other scores, as like we mentioned with Coach Schmidt, Wellington was leading Collegiate 26-13 at last check. Let's see if we get some other scores real quick. Note of interest: Inman defeats Trinity tonight 24-6. Great Bend with Ian Premer. That Great Bend team is going to be scary in Class 5A. Great Bend defeats the Bullpups tonight, and Jace Pavlovich bunch 42-7. Bueller leads Mulvane late fourth quarter, 34-27. Sterling defeats Sedgwick tonight, 47-6. Heston was leading Halstead 27-7 at last check. Beloit defeats Lions tonight, 52-8. Chaparral defeats Kingman, 23-7. And that's all we got. We'll have more on @AstraRadio.com. We do have the scoreboard show coming up later on tonight. Also, a final score from Kansas City. The Royals defeating the Minnesota Twins in game 1 of that series tonight, 2-1. Big win for the boys in blue. So Royals get the job done tonight, 2-1. Once again, you can go to @AstraRadio.com/broadcast booth for the upcoming sports schedule and what we have coming up over the weekend. Big boy game for KU coming up tomorrow at Mizzou. K-State hosting Army, and we got more there. Next week, the Indians will be at home and would love to see a lot of people at one of the biggest home field advantages in the state as the Indians host the Wellington Crusaders. One more final score for you. Smoky Valley defeats Larned tonight 8-6. Dusty Dinas with the score update from there. So 8-6, Smoky Valley won that game. But the final score again here from El Dorado. Andale, the number 1 team in 3A, puts 104 on the board in their season debut and the debut of the Andale Radio and our Ad Astra TV stream for coverage of Andale athletics. So Andale and Wellington next Friday night. We'll have that game for you here on Andale Radio, adastraradio.com, Ad Astra Radio, the Ad Astra Radio app, and also on Ad Astra TV. So for Reed Huckins, our camera operator, and for my color analyst, Dan Buchanan, I'm Dylan Sherwood, and special thanks to Will Tate, who also assisted with us tonight here from El Dorado. So that'll do it here from BG Products Veteran Sports Complex. Andale wins it 104-0. I'll talk to you next Friday night. Our coverage will begin at 6:30 with kickoff at 7 from Andale. You've been from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. This is Andale Football on Ad Astra Radio.
Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine in Hutchinson, Kansas. We take pride in supporting our community and our student athletes. Hi, I'm the General Manager, Don Glassby. We want to wish our area teams a fun and memorable season. A great person once said, victory is in the quality of competition and not the final score. Visit online allensamuelshutch.com and follow us on Facebook for weekly giveaways and special events. And as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends.
Stream Indians football all season with live video and audio on the free Ad Astra Radio app. This has been a presentation of the Ad Astra Radio Sports Network, the statewide leader in local sports coverage. Listen all season for Andale Indians football on Ad Astra Radio.